Being
Not
able
true.
to finish 4th, then 3rd, then 2nd, 5th, 3rd. Another 3rd place finish here to start off the year. With rosters that are not
Sydney tells me,
expected to
don't
finish
buy
highly,
a Kia and
how
don't
people
buy a
will
Hyundai. Oh my
judge,
god,
coach
Impact's
over
going on
performances.
Castle.
I saw Lin by Impact
Wait.
here.
Yep.
Wait, why doesn't Castle
Looking
simply
for
kill him?
Castle, but he's getting incredibly low. The passive is proc there. The wallop does land. Impact gonna have to back it off. Castle.
Huh, Castle doesn't flash in to dodge the stun to kill him?
So Impact's gonna be sent back to base. It was a good trade there from Impact, but at the end of the day, Castle has the push, and look at the CS differential. He's up 9 CS.
Wouldn't it be better to kill him than not kill him? Kia or Buns? So what's wrong with Kias?
Oh, yeah.
And should I lease or should I buy?
Last thing I'll say on these power rankings.
I don't know
and
anything
this can
about
be
cars.
to Rob more specifically, because he was annoyed that I even
Oh
considered
no,
putting
oh
him
no,
last
Castle's
place.
missing so much CS. He missed
actually
3
had them higher
CS.
than all other casters
3
for long.
times 20, that's
I had an
60 gold.
incredibly accurate read on Sentinels.
Where did you
So
put them?
That's
I
like
put them 4th, and they finished 3rd.
Okay.
a
That's
pink one.
incredibly close. Most
That
people
is
were
pretty
putting
close.
them 6th.
Pacoli, thank you for the sub.
I don't remember exactly where I put them. I think I put them.
So you're just making it
I think I
up.
put them 4th or 5th.
Look, I
this
had
time.
the most
No, I
accurate
remember
power
exactly
rankings.
where
I don't
put
know
them
what
in
my power
lock-in.
rankings were, but
I
for
misspoke.
sure.
I remember exactly where I put them in
If the
lock-in.
car can
I
retain
believe.
value, buy.
I
If
remember
not, lease.
exactly where I put them.
How do we feel about a
You're really
Mercedes-Benz?
convincing me here.
How do we feel about Mercedes-Benz
TP
this year?
back towards that top side. Humbach was looking for an angle, but of course there was wards in the river, and Impact is just playing this side brush quite effectively. But look at the buy. As
Or
they
should I
come
just
back
got
to
a
lane,
Toyota
Castle with that
RAV4
extra
like
gold
every
was able to get
Asian in the
dark seal and
country?
boots,
Yep.
where Impact just got the boots in the refillable, so does have a much worse buy at this point.
Moves
Oh
speed,
man,
and
Kami is
both
so
guys
aggressive.
prioritizing Boots as Darkwings gets a good
That's the
trade
thing that
from mid-lane,
stands
but I also
out the
wanna pay a lot of
most
attention
with this
to the
guy.
bot
I
side and
see
where
him,
Helen
like
Boots
he just
get a
popped
type of
Ghost there
advantage.
for a
Focus
trade
as
that
a
I don't know if it
player,
was
I
even
do feel like
favorable.
The Ezreal Karma really needs to play off of Prio and get consistent push with Ezreal having his passive stacked up, but there's just too much action in the top lane.
Oh, nice sidestep. Oh my god, wait, Castle dodged everything. There's a kill. Castle, kill move. Kill move him now. Wait, Castle dodged the wallop and then dodged the rock. Saget's going in a hoo-hee. Wait, hang on. This Rahel guy's kind of doing a lot of damage right now.
It's gonna be okay, and Rahel is just rocking through Lions and Sajid.
Oh, huge bubble. Wait, we got flash. We got flash this, no?
He has got a flash out of there as well. All 4 summoners down.
Wait, we used every single
Lions.
sum. What was that, boys? Boys! Using 4 sums to get 2 sums is a 2 sums difference.
Just click forward. They burned all 4 summoner spells from the bot lane, only spent 2 of them.
Wait, hang on.
Gets a
Turns
solo
out my
kill.
Korean mid laner is
Gets
better
a
than
solo
their
kill.
non-Korean
The
mid laner.
observers
I
can't keep
forgot.
up with the action. There's fighting everywhere right now. DSG at the end of the day walk away with the advantage. They grab the first blood for their rise, and Castle is pushing. He's gonna go between worlds.
Oh my god. Korea. I love Korea. I love Korea. My mid lane Korean got a solo kill. My top lane Korean got. I love Korea.
Think about what
Korea's the
Castle
best
has
country in
done
the world.
in this laning phase in totality. The first early trade, winning the all-in at level 3. The second one we saw where he's dodging everything from Impact.
My
That all
American
sets up to him
jungler
leading
and
six
bot
versus
lane
gold
are all
total.
losing,
Now
but my
from all
Koreans are
lane,
Koreaning.
pulled off, just pings level 6, has the spell flux sitting on Darkwings, and
Damn,
he
knows his damage.
Really nice look there.
Wait, I want to see
Now
this
Zay
flash
picking
that
Yeah, I mean, this is goes between worlds, and he just basically
Wait.
predicts the flash. Like he was already throwing the.
Did
Q
he
as well, like,
predict
to
that?
Side. Either that or it was just a really quick reaction, but we're back to live. Huhi low again as well. They have the push though. Rahel pops barrier. So Jet is very low, but in comes Kryra and Call Me. Trying to catch up here, can't quite get in range as Hambach played bodyguard for long enough to keep him away.
So that is Realm Warp and Pantheon ultimate down for no kill.
We
Used
double
to
ulted
relieve
for
some of the
nothing?
pressure on
No,
the bottom lane. So
no.
far, soul lanes by DSG.
I'm just gonna
exceptional.
trust in
Bot
Castle.
lanes are
He's up
keeping
20
and holding,
CS.
but definitely losing the
My
summoner and
AD,
pressure
my
on
bot lane is getting
Scaling
smashed a
on the
little
side
bit,
of
but
Sentinels,
that is
better,
where
so
they have their
very
Korean
close
slots,
competitive.
so maybe it's okay.
I just gotta dry your eyes.
Oh
though,
my
to
god,
these
he's about to miss a
buys.
whole
We talked
wave.
about how the bad buy was last time. All he got was a null magic mantle. He didn't really get anything after that. He's
No,
down
Mr.
20
Get
CS
It!
plus the solo kill. And a plate as well for Castle. So Castle is out to 700 gold lead here with the counter pick. And this is one of these matchups where you talked about it. If you can stabilize, if you get enough levels, get enough
Ooh,
stats,
bro,
you put a
Castle
point where
does not
Aurora can't
miss.
one-shot you anymore, and Nar can kind of sustain through the trades. But if you get ahead enough, Aurora becomes so oppressive. And remember, tickets for tomorrow's games and Tailgate are still on sale. head to tixter.com/LCS or scan the QR code to buy now, and we will hopefully see you here tomorrow.
Yeah, there was a really sweet tailgate. We did half of our pre-show outside, got a lot of fan
Do
questions.
we want to
in.
win this game? What does it mean to win this game? What do we get if we win?
Jerseys. They had that jersey trade-in program.
Because this is the beginning of season, like split 2, right? What do you get for split 2? Can you qualify to Worlds off split 2?
Didn't like the consideration. I got some free boba. It was delicious.
It's like a thought crime. Like, I thought we were over that. It's not
what's that movie? There was like that idea.
You go to MSI.
Oh, okay.
Do you get to go to Worlds to MSI? If you win MSI, you can't. Oh, wait. Why don't we simply win MSI and then get a guaranteed? Oh my god, what's happening? Uh-oh, that's not good.
The bubble does land across Huhi, who is put very, very low.
Uh-oh.
His flash won't have to use it, though.
We didn't kill Huhi there?
Retreating. Back looking once more, still does have the ultimate.
That was bad. Kryra was
but Darkwing's making the roam.
Oh no. Oh no. Just walk out. Just walk out. Just leave.
He's gonna try to run for it, but can he get back to the tower to survive? One more.
Oh!
The tower shots are gonna push Darkwing's back. Call Me gets the level up off of the minion dying to the tower there, and it saves him.
That
was
insane.
Call Me never misses those. And now Kryra's back on the map.
Bro, why did Kryra just... What did I see him use his shield? What are we doing?
Gonna look for Call Me, takes him down. A second kill there for Hamba.
What the f...
Who opens up a big lead on
Castle, good job solo killing. But what the hell are we doing?
Castle, who goes between worlds and knocks down Impact.
So many individual outplays leaving this game incredibly close. So Castle, we're going to have to see how he does that again to Impact. But down in the jungle, Hambach just pushing around Kryra.
Castle's my castle right now.
For that one, because he was out, he'd made the miraculous escape with the level up, and they go back in. And this is Impact being equal in levels, but really just jumping in before he's going to have Mega.
Oh man, yo, get this guy to the retirement home.
Yeah, Impact went in too early there for sure. Clearly just miscalculated.
Dude, I don't get it, man. Call Me gets away with this, makes Darkwings waste so much.
Darkwing's a little low on mana. Don't even know if he had the W cooldown. One auto.
Oh my god, the level up HP gain. That was crazy. My bot lane is getting smashed. My mid lane is gone. My jungle is baiting. I don't know, man. Castle, you just... Oh god, Castle, you just gotta win the game.
Moving over, but Call Me is playing very confidently. Is the Grand Starfall going to be coming in here? Remember, Hambach has no flash, but
dude, these Pantheon ults are not
just drive on through the wall and get out of there. That is another Pantheon ult down for nothing.
Yeah, and it's also Heartsteel power spike for Hambach.
Yes. All right, Castle, just win, bro. Can you just win?
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay, I need my non-Koreans to start Koreaning. Right now, it's the Korean show on the team, and that's embarrassing for us. And what's supposed to be NA's last hope? It's embarrassing if it's only the Koreans doing things.
Yeah, the Ezreal is going to become a problem for DSG to deal with, and Hambach sticking around a little bit extra just to get more vision coverage in this bottom side so Rahel who he can continue to play aggressively. One thing I noticed,
but I have a lot of faith in Castle to carry.
Was that Sejet and Lions have pretty poor early laning stats.
Oh my god, Lions, you need to get out there because there's about to be a giant scorpion.
They're getting punished for it.
Yeah, they are. And now that
my camera's dead. My camera's dead.
Relieve a lot of pressure.
GG's.
This was the early proto belt finish, and now Impact's going to be able to push in the top wave, so that relieves the pressure on the top side. That's going to be a wave missed here by Castle up there. So Castle, their strongest member,
why did I turn off the heat warning on this?
For it, and they're going to lose their dragon anyway.
Yeah, I think I understand the idea of this play. There's been
should I put some ice on my camera? Should I put some ice on my camera? Maybe that'll help with the overheating. So right now, our only advantage is just Castle getting 2 solo kills. Our mid down CS and our bot down CS. But nothing really has happened. 2 dragons though is kind of rough.
and reducing that gold disadvantage he had up top.
Exactly. I mean, Impact had a horrendous buy. I mean, now he finishes the Merc Treads at the very least, but he was just on random components.
Yeah, we
that
got a lane swap.
right?
You got to trap that lane as long as possible.
Exactly. Castle would have been able to keep him from crashing that pretty easily, or at least threaten a kill if Impact tried to do so. So that is a big deal. The fact that he had to use that teleport to try to prevent the dive from coming through because Lions.
I don't know what's gonna happen here.
Keep your Corki in it, and Castle felt like that was worth the sacrifice.
Oh, we're just sitting in this freaking bush, not getting anything.
And Sajed has been a very good team fighter. That has been where he has had his success. It's been much more about the 5v5 than it has.
So mid went bot, my top went bot, their bot went mid, my mid's at mid, and my bot is top.
On Impact now that they've swapped back up, but I promise this is a compliment. If you were to pick a top laner to be down 1,500 gold in the game, you'd want it to be Impact, because he's very good at being crafty from deficits to stay in the game and become relevant later in the game.
And because when he's down 1,500, he's probably not going to go down 3,000. And some others will, right?
Usually not.
Exactly. It's one of those things where he's able to
okay.
stabilize and wise matchups. And now Castle's in a matchup against
Nothing's bad happening yet, but I'm a little nervous.
Darkwings is quite strong at this point. He has his
My team feels a little discombobulated.
For another reset, so at a strong point in the game, but not in a good matchup, and we'll have to head back to base.
And I think despite all the chaos and all of Castle's heroics in the top lane, this is actually a good game state for Sentinels. And I think this is what we saw a lot in lock-in, was that even if top lane was going one way or the other, most teams were most comfortable playing through bot prio. If you have the bot prio, you can control the bot river. You can
we have a Pantheon, we have a Rise. We need to be looking for plays, and
since it is just the top
no
lane
plays have been
jungle,
looked at.
bot support,
All our kills are just solo
so
kills in lane. And I don't think those are very reliable.
Go for this Infernal Soul as early as possible and are in a pretty good position to do so.
Yeah, they absolutely are. That being said, Castle, if he can get in on a flank, there's a lot of squishy members over on the Sentinel side. It is not a defensive build here for Darkwings. That is Ludens and Lucidity boots.
Dude.
Ezreal is squishy.
My camera. I need to figure out during the break how to fix this camera.
A really good flank and
Heat
just
issue.
100-0 someone, but Sentinel's doing a great job so far, just playing through this bot side prio. They knock down the first tower of the game there. They're taking away more camps, and Calmy's in trouble as he gets Nard back into the tower.
Why did we root?
Impact. Nice sidestep, and in comes the Grand Starfall. Can they turn this around? The stun's going to land onto Impact, but the tower shots are there onto Kryra. Now comes the Realm Warp. They're going in behind him. Lions can tank this up. The minions are coming in, and they are tanking for them, so Impact, I think his time is limited in this one. Darkwings is coming up, and the rest of Sentinels are trying to get there to turn this around, but Impact's got nowhere really to run. He hops back to the blast cone, knocked out of the air like Duck Hunt.
I
but
mean,
Darkwings has
that's not horrible, right?
Darkwings find a shockwave. Lions is low, may have to flash.
What are we doing? We have flash there.
He is here behind them. They're going to try to turn it around onto the Karma, but Hambach is coming in as well. Darkwings is there, still at the ultimate, up and available, flashing back. The shockwave lands on the Calm. He survives for now. Kryra trying to turn around.
Oh my god, it gets both.
Across all of DSG, spells their defeat.
I don't
Darkwing
fucking know.
Sentinels
Like, we're so
DSG off the
discombobulated.
map. They are up 2K and claiming yet another objective.
And it actually all started with a 0-3 Gnar, because they sent 4 people and spent 30 seconds cleaning up a rather useless kill, and then it gets collapsed upon by Sentinels. Hambach is huge now. 4-0 on this Skarner, and they take even more control of the game.
It's gonna be the Castle show again, but I hate just going to every game hoping Castle can carry.
Early ganking power, but it's been Hambach who has been able to keep up the farm, has been able to find more impact. It is going to be really difficult to deal with now, getting very tanky.
Like, it feels like in no world can, I don't know,
going wrong.
because the Karma went for the flank, right? It's technically just the Orianna chasing. Like, look at this. Look at this. What is this?
And DSG on this one felt like they overstayed on the retreat.
Like, what is this?
Way more damage than Lions was expecting with the Orianna not even having to use ult. I feel like he was saving his ult in case he saw.
We didn't back, we didn't leave, we just stay around to get double kill.
And then once he's behind them, he just traps Calmy and Kryra under the turret, gets Calmy super low. Hambach perfectly catching both of them, just the very edge of that Skarner ultimate, and a couple of satisfying Heartsteel procs for double kill on Skarner.
This is bad. This is rough. We gotta do better, boys.
Jed is getting pushed back. The true shot barrage will not connect. Kryra going in on a Hambach, and Call Me is behind.
Come on, Hambach is solo at a dragon pit. Can we like? Oh, this is so bad. Okay. Just one guy out. Okay, Castle's here. Castle's in a team fight. Castle's in a team fight, boys. We got the dragon. Castle's in a team fight. Uh-oh. We're ulting now? We're ulting now?
Across multiple DSG members, Castle can do nothing. It is an ace for Sentinels. Even though they lose the dragon, they handily win the fight.
And just like that, Darkwing's Orianna is off to the races. A little bit of a chaotic start to this fight, though. Look up top. Rahel ends up dying fairly early on in this fight. Sejed and Lions kind of just execute him as he's chasing for this fight. And Hambach's bounty gets lost, but within all of this, Impact ends up being a full health Meganar, and Darkwings can clean up when everyone burned the important cooldowns early, lands a beautiful double shockwave. They have the numbers advantage by the end of the fight, and he cleans up for the ace.
Top grab, holy shit. Legend of Flash.
Top gap?
Top gap.
Impact, he's just back in the game, baby.
He is back, and it's only a 500 gold lead now for Castle. Hasn't really been able to find too much effectiveness as Hambach will claim that blue buff. Rahel walks away with one for himself as well, and Hambach now up 2 levels on Kryra. He's about to hit 11, but still falling quite behind as far as
Are we making him play?
Let's go. Grand Starfall comes out, as does a Realm Warp. They're going to look for Huhi and Rahel, but looking like they're just going to walk out of this one no problem. Kryra's ultimates just have not been effective this game.
They really haven't. He's had a hard time finding important plays to make. Couldn't really capitalize on Castle's individual
What's going on?
top lane.
What's going on, fellas?
Able to bail out the bot lane.
What's going on?
Can't say many junglers have been good at punishing Ezreal Karma. That's why it's been a meta-defining combination that often gets banned. DSG thought they'd have a
It's
plan
been
for it.
about 5K at 19 minutes. It's not Oh my god, Castle's trying to go crazy. Castle's got so much damage. Oh my god, Castle. Oh my, wait. Okay. Castle, I didn't believe, but you're making me believe. You're making, oh my god, the Discarder helped us! Castle, you give me hope. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains.
They are not out of it just yet.
What a massive engage there by Castle and the rest of DSG. If this was 30 seconds later, it would actually slingshot the game exactly back, but Baron hasn't even spawned yet, so it's
dude, this Castle guy, don't do that. Don't give me hope.
That terrible fight happened exactly when it did.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, there's nothing really for them to claim.
What an engage.
Saying, you know, if that was after Baron spawn, they get a Baron, it really can change things.
That was a, what was that, 3K? 3K
on the top
and
side.
all 3 had
Sejed
shutdown?
is up 1.4K despite that laning phase going the way of Rahel and Huhi. It's Sejed who is really set up for success. Impact is actually ahead of Gold, or was briefly there, of Castle just ever so slightly. They're pretty much dead even now at this point, so it's now Sejed who has that
did Sejed get all the shutdown? How the hell did he rocket up to a 1.4K lead?
I mean, definitely a little bit of a caster curse there, talking about how they didn't have an answer to the Ezreal Karma. If the answer is, we're going to just outscale and they succeed, more power to him, because he's going to be a force, especially
Skarner, though, he's so tanky.
With basically one more activation, so Sentinels still
Orianna with the insta Zanya
pick. They do
pick.
still have gold leads. They should still be able to set up around Drakes and be fairly effective, but that fight really makes this game more interesting because it was going in Sentinels' favor.
It really was. I mean, it's going to be the mid jungle for Sentinels to have that big advantage. You know, fully completed.
Yeah, and your Google
has had the Loons obviously for a long time.
ZVE10 internal temp too high. Overheating solutions.
Tanky. 2.5 items here. And is working in towards that Caning Rooker, and very likely
change your menu. Auto power off temp. Set it to high.
Magic damage from Nami, of course, as well. So Hambach going to be very difficult to knock through, and he's just
Kryra.
All of DSG is around. They're going to TP in. Kryra in so much trouble though. Flashes back into the brush, but he's got nowhere to go.
Why did we flash one step? Why did we flash a step?
Kryra down and loses his flash, and this is post 20 minutes. We'll see how much more Sentinels can get.
Kryra is...
Okay, Hambach, I see you. He's just an absolute beast right now, throwing that gold lead around incredibly effectively. I was reading his NA-Man interview, and he was extremely confident going into the split, saying essentially that a lot of the NA junglers play the same, and he feels like he can really take advantage. Then in this situation, when they give over an early Pantheon pick, let him drop in the draft phase, don't even take the Wukong that's available, which would be the standard to take with Orianna, and instead goes for the Skarner. It's working pretty well. I mean, the Skarner plus Enchanters is actually just dominating. The move speed Orianna gave him there made him an absolute force.
Yeah, he is looking very powerful at this point. You can tell why Rob Morris said he liked watching him in.
Oh damn! See, look at Castle. Why is my Aurora the one engaging, man?
And meanwhile, Sentinels are just taking the dragon. Calmy is up, pushing towards that top side as Darkwing's now close to the death.
Wait, they got drag off that
far
too?
ahead here. So really, it's just a trade of HP. Rahel loses a little bit of health, but you get nothing elsewhere on the map to trade back for that dragon.
Let me see
Yeah, game
here.
is definitely on the precipice of
Settings.
sliding all the way into Sentinel's favor.
Settings.
That Drake
How do I
fight
turn
where
off?
DSG was able to get the 1 kill onto Hambach and secure the 1
Exposure,
Infernal Drake
it's not
has prevented this
exposure,
soul.
Dial
And then the fight they pulled off in the mid lane
Bluetooth connectivity.
is definitely crucial. Otherwise, this game would be 6,000 or 7,000, and we'd probably just be seeing Sentinels brute force the Baron. But for now, it's still playable on the side of DSG.
Definitely is. Sajed does
Power
complete his
setting
third
options.
Item, so getting
Auto.
pretty strong at this point. Elected not to
Auto
go for the
power
LDR,
off
decided
him.
heal cut was
Wait,
more
I already
important
have
at
it
this
set to
point.
high.
But honestly, there's not that much healing honestly on the other side, so I'm a little bit surprised he didn't go for the LDR with how tanky Hambach is, how much HP there is going to be on this Mega Gnar. So a bit of a surprise, but we'll see if that does pay off later on into the game.
Sejak got heal cut
And
for who?
Darkwing's going to be very close on this death cap. I don't know exactly how much gold he's sitting on, but has had that for quite some time.
I don't know. Does Karma heal?
And Calmy
Oh, she's got the
his actualizer
heal
here,
spell.
so yeah, only about 200 more gold for that death cap.
Yeah, he's sitting on 850 at the moment. He's already close to one-shotting, what is not a super mobile team with the Pantheon, Rise, and even the Nami, if he's ever free, can kind of just threaten a one-shot on lines, especially once he gets death cap. So Darkwing's in a very comfortable spot.
I mean, if Hambach gets any sort of CC down, you hit the East.
Okay, a 2K lead is actually not that bad, especially the later on the game goes.
Much power there. They just need that initial CC to hit, and Hambach can kind of just throw himself in with Reckless Abandon because he has the Kamic Rooker now completed that he had been working on. So it is really going to be up to Sajed to deal the damage here. So much MR has been purchased by Hambach and the rest of the team. Yeah, I mean, the story of this game now is really like, can Sajed carry the team fights? Because that 1,700 gold lead, 3-item Corki, we know how well Corki Nami does scale with the Nami buffs as well as the Imperial mandate. So that's going to be the story, is can he actually... I mean, there's very little MR on Hambach as well, so maybe if Sajed gets a little bit of free hitting in, he might be able to shred through the tank. Yeah, we'll see if he's going to be able to do that. Darkwings now has the death cap, almost level 16, so rank 3 of that Shockwave will be very quickly available, and that is going to be terrifying. Darkwings, even on experience with Calmy, even though Calmy has 10 stacks on the row, and Castle's going to be looking for a pick.
Oh my god, Castle got a combo off, and I don't think that Skarner's health changed.
I really think Sentinels are trying to slow this game down now. They realize it's not going to be a snowball win.
Why? Is it normal for the Corki to be getting the heal cut? I thought we want him to be getting like the big old damage out. This next Dragon fight will probably decide the game.
One big fight that did happen was in part because DSG found a window to 5v4 while Sentinels was...
Oh wait, hang on, call me? Call me? Call me? Call me? Call an ambulance. Call an ambulance.
He has to flash back out, and the teleport's coming in here from Impact. Impact does not have the Mega, but he is going to have to flash back immediately as all of DSG is there and waiting. But
they got Castle. They got Castle. He's dead. Rise is dead. Both my Koreans are dead. What the hell?
It's a 5v3.
We didn't damage this.
What?
Calmy thought he was going to be able to make a big play by catching the Karma, but he does not have the damage, and then Hambach arrived. It appears this is going to be an uncontestable Baron as Sajed has just taken the mid wave. Yep, not going to be able to do anything about it. No flash, no vision for the jungler. You're going to have to give it up, and now Sentinels very close to taking this first game here. 4,000 gold lead, the Red Bull Baron power play available, and they are still on Soul Point.
We got a minute till
Dragon
Drake,
Soul is gonna
man.
be available here in 50
And now they
seconds,
have
and it's gonna
Baron.
be tough for DSG to do anything about it.
Yeah, watching this one more time.
But the
Calmy
thing,
did
yeah, I
sneak
mean,
in, but he only takes Huhi to about
like this only
30%
makes
out
sense if you can
before the
one-shot
shockwave
the
from
Karma, right? But it's a
Guard
Karma.
is mini, but he has the super shield from the TP, so he's not in a super
My
high
back
risk
line
of
is split
dying.
on the right.
Hambach catching Castle means the only way out is through a gray screen, and they're able to chase down Calmy as well.
Yeah, I mean, this celestial opposition
Jeez,
is a lot to
tough. We
burst
can't
through.
kill this. We have no one killing
That
this
damage
Skarner, right?
reduction
Ooh, nice
comes
goal.
there. That
Oh,
was
oh.
Monster E, he had Mikhail's.
Oh.
So it's not that easy to
Oh,
kill him off.
they-
You know, you
okay,
haven't
goodbye,
actually
Nami
fought
ult.
celestial opposition first, but look at the D-Shell's impact on
Oh,
the
Castle
tries
tried to
go
make a
in,
play.
gets
He's dead.
CC'd by Hambach and burst down, and Castle had a lot of fun in the first couple of levels, but has not been able to find effectiveness in these skirmishes and on these flanks that he's been looking for.
I'm really becoming a larger Hambach fan the more I watch this game, because just even hearing some of the things that Huhi was saying about him in interviews during lock-in is the fact that he didn't really scrim for a whole year because he was the 6th man on an LCK roster and wasn't getting practice with either challengers.
No, we're trying to make a play happen, huh?
No.
Crier's dead. Everyone's just going. Whoa, whoa, wait. Actually, a good shot by CJ.
Back to the base as Sentinels. They do
Wait,
lose one.
that
Rahel did
Porky all did
die,
so much
but
damage.
Cryer gets popped.
I mean, it was looking like they might be able to push for a potential end, but Sajed lands a big one kind of through the goalposts of people that could block it to get the kill on Rahel. That slows things down, but it is Infernal Soul to just the one Drake. Baron will likely wear off, but Deathcap completed, Void Staff on the way, and still an absolute behemoth of a Skarner for Hambach.
I mean, Hambach only the one death.
Every lead is throwable. See, I believe that if we were playing like a team, we're playing like 5 separate monkeys.
I mean, I'm just loving the trajectory of this player. As we were saying, didn't scrim that much, started pretty weak. The very first series that he had was against DSG. DSG's sub-jungler in Kisno, and didn't look good, and that was a very bad first impression for a lot of people that are seeing him for the first time. But by the end of the split, he was finding much better synergy with the team. He really likes him. He's teaching him a lot about the
A
game.
4K lead is not
Better
the
support.
large.
They just seem
I've
so
seen large
comfortable
things. Trust me.
as a duo.
I'm familiar with large things.
A lot stronger.
A 4K lead is not like crazy large.
But Sentinels pushing forward won't be perturbed. Now are going to be able to knock that down. They're trying to trade for this push on the bot side from Calmy, but it is very hard to trade against the Baron buff.
Issues to
They're just
scaling? There's a lot of
marching in
issues.
now, knocking on the doors.
There's a lot of
Inhibitor
issues, let me tell
tower.
you.
Castle can't really wave clear anything. Sajed is being sent over to mid lane to try to defend there. They're going to lose this top lane inhib for sure. And Sajed taking some poke makes it a little bit more difficult to actually defend even the mid lane inhibitor.
Christ, these Ezreal Qs are like cannon
Back,
shots.
and we're going to see if DSG can find their moment. Sajed falks in, pushes Rahel back over the wall, so maybe they can try to look for something now, but the front line
What are we looking for?
It's just so beefy.
We're looking
they
for
can't really get
Jesus.
past him.
Yeah, especially if it's Sajed who's pushing out Rahel. That means
Okay,
they have
Sajed's on
Pantheon
4 full items.
And then 2 MR guys, 2 magic damage guys in the Rise and the Aurora, trying to cut through a 4,856 HP Kanik Rookern 175 MR Skarner who gets Orianna and Karma shields.
Yep.
It's just not going to happen.
No.
You're not moving that guy.
I mean, Castle almost, has his death cap, but he's so far away from a void staff. Calmy is building a void staff, but obviously he's miles away from a death cap. You know, they
Okay,
have
Elder
a
in
lot of
3
problems
minutes.
here.
Coin flip,
And
Elder.
Sajed
Look, this is
did
Sentinels. They're not going to know how to end the
he
game.
wants the shield
Like,
to-
I think this
Makes sense.
game's
There's a
going
lot
to
of
go
shielding, but it does
40
make
minutes.
the edge is going to be super delayed, so DSG
Flip the Elder, unless we get...
that they would like to get to try to turn this around. Hambach going to look for the Ishtal's impact. Impact just chasing.
Yo, let's
in
get out
on
of here,
Sajed.
boys.
They will be able
Yo,
to
if
disable
we're all in the
Sajed
jungle,
now as Calmy was
who's
pushing out
defending the
topside.
base?
It's Darkwing's pushing
Go.
down through bot, and the rest of Sentinels here marching on mid.
Yeah, they're going to have to be a little bit careful while they only have 4 people in mid lane because a Realm Warp and Pantheon could come in for a flank, but it would be a bit of a desperation play by DSG.
Oh, this is just
So
sieging,
Sentinels
right?
can
Man,
make
this
sure they stay
Skarner is
connected.
so big right now.
Castle going to be looking.
Oh,
Sajed
wait.
pushing them
So
back
Jet is
where
actually
he
doing some
goes
damage.
Is where DSG is strongest. He's
Hang on.
a ways away from
Let
level
him get
16.
every single minion.
That max
Every
range
single
ultimate
cannon,
will be
every
pretty big
single
for the
melee,
Calmy.
every single range.
Now
Every
completes
single
the
jungle.
staff.
The Grom, the
Something
Krugs,
going
the
for
blue,
them,
the
but
red.
still, just very difficult for their
What are
soldiers
we doing here,
back
boys?
line. They're gonna look now with the Realm
Oh,
Warp. Here
jeez.
comes
Oh,
the Great
jeez.
Starfall. They're in the back line, but it's instant
Are we gonna get a
CC
stun
Karma.
on
Karma's got a
somebody?
retreat, but the tether root is there from Karma. The GA's popped already.
Oh.
Hambach flashes forward, grabs one. Castle incredibly low. He's running for it. Sajed flashes barriers. It's not enough for him.
Oh, we didn't kill anyone.
Calmy in the middle.
Wait, hang on, Calmy
Everyone
got
gets
one.
back. but Sentinels.
Guys, I don't know about that one.
DSG off the map.
Hambach nearly died, but is able to survive the rest of that fight, and he keeps
I'm gonna have to see a replay on that real quick.
Skarner ultimate in fight after fight. They're gonna look to try and end this game. They have no Ezreal, but they do have a 4v2.
Yeah, they have Castle and Lions to defend. That's all they've got. The wall.
Hang on. Yo, if anyone can do it, it's my boy Castle. The king of the castle, some would say. Oh shit, there's super minions coming? Whoa. Somebody said there was going to be super minions coming.
He's going to fall as well. Sentinels play a strong game.
Dude, that was a bad game. That was a horrible game from us. Our jungler did so little. Call Me got one solo kill and thought he was him and then ran it down. Castle and then SageEd were human beings.
What do y'all think?
Anything like, I mean, support is support.
We both blocked him, that too.
We both blocked you into all
Your vote doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't think our jungler did anything.
All of us. No, that was Hambach all the way.
Yeah, Hambach, he had amazing stats on the Skarner
I got
that
fixed
we
my
will
camera.
show, and really strong performance from him. But Raz, also other stuff happened in that game. There's other stuff that happened earlier.
No hate, but this is a bad team, you're right. Off the results of the first game of BO3 in the first game of season of Split 2, I'm gonna make every decision. I'm gonna base all my decision on one game. You're right. We should just fire everyone.
As he's getting slow pushed in. The range matchup here is heavily good for Castle, but if he can get this, that's perfect.
Lost one game?
Which Castle
yeah,
is going.
you're gone.
Amazing job. Problem that Gnar has here, everything is telegraphed. Your W,
we
your
all
Q,
know
the
here at
actual,
DSG is
animation is really easy
lose
to
one
play through.
game,
So Castle
you're
sees
out.
the wallop and then just moves straight left. And it was really tough from here because the moment that and Q goes
That was a
down,
really
and you're
bad
not going to
game,
get the reset on Mega Gnar Q, then you're just getting walked down.
Any
shipped
game
down.
where
It's
your
really
top and
annoying at
mid
this
solo
point.
lanes
As you're getting
get
slow pushed in,
3
and
solo
what
kills
sucks
like
too,
that,
two
I
layers.
feel
Number
like
one, you're getting
you're
chipped.
supposed to
Number
be in a
two,
good
we have
position.
full eyes on where the enemy jungle is. And so, Castle just sends it immediately. And the casters called this one out. The fact that as it crashes through,
Look at him.
is able
My boy is
to predict the flash.
predicting.
Do a little slower. Wasn't slow enough. But anyway. But then, of course, I think a lot of people were wondering about the next kill that happened up top lane. And this one was just like a little frustration.
My
from
boy's
Impact
working
as he just
overtime.
sees Another angle, maybe like, oh, I'm getting really close. To
Let's
Mega
check
Gnar,
on
and this is
Overwatch.
Q.
Maybe it's going
The cooldown-
better. For Overwatch, we need Team Liquid to beat Team Lunex so that we can make it to the finals, to the playoffs. So for one day only, we're Team Liquid fans. If my Google Chrome would start working.
Basically a guaranteed kill off that cage
Please
fight.
tell me Team
And
Liquid's
Troy
winning.
can get an easy dead eye in, and this should be another reset. This now puts Team Liquid into the lead, and this time they're not too messy as they chase these kills.
Cassidy, once you get this major perk online, I think you really like level up as a hero at this level of play. Like Fan the Hammer, not really that useful realistically, but the power of some of those.
It looks like Team Liquid's winning.
Very significant. X10 goes to
If
the
Team Liquid
root.
wins
They are
against
gonna
Lunex
triple
and
down,
we beat
running over
Lunex
from
tomorrow,
here.
we
See
get to
if
go
this
to
is gonna be
playoffs.
enough, but there's a lot of damage
I don't know what you get for
Now
going to
really
playoffs in
investing heavily
Overwatch,
into
but I
Infected.
hope
I
we
wonder if this changes
experience
the
that.
way that
And we've been killing him all game. It's going to be great. But no, Impact survives an inordinately long amount of time. And this is something that DSG have really struggled with, is trying to not overload the side of the map so far that even when Impact dies, the rest of Sentinels are already descending, right? Like, Hambach is going to be rotating over while Rahel is getting extra turret damage here. So Huhi is able to tie up Kryra, root him on the other side of this play, and the rest of Sentinels are able to collapse. And I think this play is really indicative of what happened in this game a lot, where DSG would see an angle where they're like, okay, they did it again at 11 minutes on bot side. We're like, we're gonna pull Castle, he's our strongest person. He's going to join this fight. They don't end up getting the kill. Sentinels get second Drake off of it, and
I'm gonna go have a rage wank.
Actually
Right
gets
back.
to push a wave in entirely without being harassed off the wave, right? In that play, they're full send it all on to try and killing Impact again, end up losing that fight, giving up Rift Herald, giving up so much more on the map. It was a rough time.
This feels like this is deja vu. Because I think it was 2023, really early on, when there was this like iconic Impact game when he was on NAR and incredibly far behind. And then he has like this waiting
This iconic game where he got blasted in lane.
And he came back.
And he came back with a huge Mega NAR ulti. That was like, I think people gave him player of the game, which is like crazy to do that at that moment.
What people? What people?
You people!
I didn't give him player of the game. Hell
Okay,
no.
elephant memory.
I did like the bottom lane play though. Then when your teammates are all like, oh yeah, top diff after you've been getting blasted individually. Player of the actual game, who I did vote for, Raz. Was Hombach. Was Hombach. The 7-1-8 on Skarner, but he had so many big plays for the team, both in the team fights, but also in the early game, also for the objectives. And I mean, he just created so much. And my favorite part about this player of the game is that Rob, the owner of Sentinels, called it before the day even started. The very beginning of the day. We have video proof. Let's look at the interview that you guys did outside with Rob, and he's like, oh, my favorite is when Hombach plays Skarner.
Take a look.
Hombach gets to play Skarner. That is my favorite thing to watch him play.
He's hilarious.
Because he lands an inordinate amount of his ults, just dragging people into the team.
Yeah. Okay, let's take it slow, Isaac. They're all dead. They're all dead. They're all dead. Okay. 잘 끌어당겨 그러면. Nice. 잘했어. I think go. I need help a little bit. Yeah, we should go. Flash. I'm fine. Ura, ura. Ura, bro. I'm going.
Rise on flash.
I got it. Punch the flash.
At the base.
I know. Just better.
I come with mana.
바로 가자 이거.
It's funny too because they started the highlight reel with the play that you were doing, Emily, and I was like, I'm pretty sure that DSG actually live if the Nami just flashed early and they all walk out together, then leave. But they're just like so scattered, and then Sentinels collapse on them. And congrats, Sentinels, on the win for first game of this series. There's no guarantee, Raz, that it goes the exact same way.
No guarantee whatsoever. But a guarantee, don't miss any LCX action when you get your favorite foods delivered on Uber Eats for less gold. Game 2 coming up after this break. That is a guarantee!
Red Bull gives you wings.
In the ground before Dub can even get there. Time to try to knock out as Impact
and Dark Wings got solo killed in lane, their team composition and team cohesion.
Yeah, Skara needs to come back to the LCS
and the eventual win. Hambach wins Player of the Game. I personally thought that their first 3 picks in the draft were just
we need
like
a PGE equivalent for our League of Legends
blind
team.
pick, but it's still Ezreal Karma. Everyone prioritizes that.
I mean, you could pick the best 3 champions in the game, like in that way. You know what I mean?
Understood.
Like you're basically, if you got to pick any champions that you want, and the other team has nothing to say about it, those would often be them for mid lane and bot lane.
It would be. So I'm a little confused at DSG letting that through in game 1, but because it's Fearless, they're gone. Can't happen twice. No salty runbacks here. We're going to see what they do for game 2. Yunar, Rumble, Jarvan, the bans from Ido, and Golden Glue waiting on his last ban, denying the Ashe Seraphine. So now the bot lane pairs are getting disrupted. So we're not going to see Ashe Seraphine. We're not going to see Yunar or Lulu as pairs.
Yep. Obviously can still go Lulu with some of the other hyper carries if you want, unless it does get banned out here. But yeah, I mean, 3 of the most popular enchanters are already gone, right? Because Seraphine's banned, and we saw 2 played in game number 1, which are going to remain banned for Fearless. Azir ban is interesting to me. Azir is kind of like more, I feel like, kind of controversial now. You know, at first stand, it obviously wasn't very popular. Some mid laners still just have such a high level of comfort on it that they want to go towards it. But going to be banning both the Azir and the Akali, kind of opposite ends of the spectrum.
I think I've seen Varus even in
Varus first pick here, but Nocturne is up and available, so that is a potential to set up some sort of a dive comp to try to punish this Varus.
Yeah, very potent first pick because you also do have the potential to flex it top lane if you feel like the matchup is really advantageous.
Yeah.
Usually banned. I feel like it's been banned the whole day, but comes through here for DSG as their first pick.
And especially when it's someone like Castle, you could actually see him playing it, right?
Yeah.
You know, it is a flex pick, but very few people are going to bust it out in pro. Castle would be someone I could believe would be able to play it and would be willing to go for it. If you're down to play Nasus, you're probably down to play Varus top. So we'll see. It is going to be the Nocturne, though, grabbed up. Of course, Orianna not there to be paired with it, nor is Aurora. Those are the 2 most high priority pairings generally with the Nocturne in pro play. So those are gone, which I think is part of the reason why DSG was willing to leave that up. There still are things like Kennen that you can pair with it. Generally, it's Nocturne plus a flanker, you know, that is really powerful, or Nocturne plus that potential shockwave combo, but they are going to be able to take away the Nico. Varus, obviously, very common duo down the bot side.
And I'd say with the Nocturne, the Nico does become a mid-flex much more than otherwise. If
the Nico becomes a mid-flex? I haven't seen Nico mid in the last 7 years.
More of a question mark. I think those are 2 good picks into the Varus by Sentinels.
Woo!
Well, we will see what DSG wants to draft for, if they want to just go for something a bit more standard, or if they want to play for lane. So they're going a bit more middle of the road. Obviously, I don't really consider Bard like a true enchanter, but it is a range support that has a pretty powerful laning 2v2, and it is also something that can give you some engage.
And it's a pretty common pick into Nico. It can negate a little bit of the Nico's early power. I also wouldn't be surprised, even though it's into Varus, if Rahel kind of shoehorns himself onto Kai'Sa somehow. Because I remember the last time these teams played, there was a massive priority on Kai'Sa. Rahel and Sajed both had insane Kai'Sa stats in LCS lock-in, so it's just a comfort pick for both of them. Even if the lane is a little bit rough, when you pair it with Nico and Nocturne, you can get some pretty good pairings.
Yeah, the other option, if you care more about the lane, would be something like Jhin, obviously. You can go, you know, a little bit more kind of the defensive option, long-range option that can assist with the dive just by opening up on the curtain call. But Kai'Sa is what you would go if you want to just fully commit to that dive, you know, alongside the Nocturne and this Nico.
I know Lions has a reputation.
Side, so the question is, do you want to counterpick top? And instead, they are just going to
for his Bard.
Sivir, so gives them some wave.
But he's about to create a new legacy.
Kind of a different way. If you're drafting some other melee champs, you know, you're just speeding him up, running in, and kind of helping out in that way.
Pretty good scaling, able to spell shield the Bard ultimate if need be. So I don't expect Sentinels to have the same type of bot prior they did in game 1, but they should still be able to neutralize that lane and try and outscale as we go into the 4-5 bans, with Castle again having kind of his pick of top lane, and now they get to throw bans at impact.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, now that you didn't go Renekton or some sort of counter pick on 3, you let that drop, it is going to be protection bans. Renekton is the obvious one. Volibear is something that is more niche, but is still quite popular as an answer into the Ambessa. There's a number of different directions you can go. Honestly, kind of would have preferred if Impact just grabbed a counter pick, you know, grabbed the Renekton on 3, because I feel like Sivir is pretty plug and play and is relatively low priority anyway, so I don't even know that it would have been banned out.
And also, fun fact, Impact was the most fearless player of LCS lock-in. He played 14 unique champions. Yeah. In 2020 Summer Split, he played 7.
Yep.
Varus board is bad? Wait.
It's a new
What
year,
if
new
it's
impact.
Varus top
Is
and Bessa
fearless
jungle
always, but it's
board
also
support?
surprising that he's playing so much different stuff. I really feel like he's taken it as a challenge that he needs to expand his champion pool to extend his career. But they are waiting for the 5th pick counter, really going pretty safe here with Dark Wings on his Ahri pick.
Yep, so going to be able to grab that Ahri, but it does mean that you're blinding your Ahri when you could have just counterpicked top here. So it's a bit of a denial pick.
I think they only could do this since the Mbess is still technically holding the flex. So if Impact picks something specifically in Impact, and we know Castle's willing to play Nasus,
then you can move it into jungle.
You're kind of forced into blinding your mid there. So I think that's a pretty good read by Sentinels, even though it does put Darkwings in a bit of a disadvantageous position with the recently buffed Cassio, who's really strong.
It is funny that they're hovering the volley because, like I said, volley is one of those counters into the Mbessa. They could potentially take it away and just play it jungle or top.
Double flex it.
But I almost feel like they're just saying, I know what you want to pick, and just kind of hovering it in that way. It feels more of that, and they are going to grab the Mundo. I really like this DSG draft. You have some champions here on 4-5 that are really good for counter.
Wait, they like the DSG draft?
Mundo, champions that are difficult to
I've never heard that before.
And is going to make things pretty tough, I think, here for Sentinels. So now the question is, what are we going to get on the top side? This was the pick that I mentioned, and they are going to go with a Volibear. Volibear's really, really hard for Mbessa to lane into. As you get more levels, as you scale up, you can start to win out in that 1v1. But Volibear just pops the E, walks at you. You cannot trade into the shield.
Did we win, chat?
Hits you, you're screwed.
We won?
If the shield doesn't hit you but hits Volibear, you still have to back off and not trade.
We only have 15 seconds until they can't trade anymore. How much worse is the Mundo matchup?
Mundo just has no chance.
Even worse.
Like, yeah, you would just be relegated to purely farming at max range with cleavers for a long time. So
fair enough.
I mean, you just can't do any damage.
Don't hold back,
you
chat.
Don't have enough consistency.
How's our odds
Not
looking?
To mention, Kryra really loves playing the Mundo. Picked it in his win over Lion in LCS Lock-In, where DSG really put themselves on the map. But I agree with your overall read of this draft. I'm a really big fan of what DSG has put together.
Oh my God, they're complimenting
What they put
DSG.
together in game 1, but I think they have really good scaling, really good counter engage, and it's going to put Sentinels in a difficult.
Wait, we got a Nike shirt. We got a Nike coach shirt with DSG on it. Wait, we're collabing with Nike?
It's going to be interesting to see how they do play it out here. And how Impact is going to be able to pilot
Sponsor,
this
Star
Volibear
Forge
up to
System,
the
Red
top
Bull,
side.
Razer.
Whoa,
Whoa, why is Red Bull sponsoring the opponents?
Think about when you think about counter picks for this matchup. I want to see how many Volibear games he has played all time. And he has 4 in his career. And this is a player with, going on
It's okay.
almost 1,000
We
games
beat
played
Sentinels,
in his career. So
and
not
Red
a
Bull
lot of
stopped
Volibear games.
sponsoring Sentinels. Let's be honest, Tens ain't at Sentinels anymore.
I remember one of them was when he was on Team Liquid and the team had already clinched first and TFT was out and everyone was playing Freljord. So they did a Freljord League comp and he picked Volibear top and won. That's the only reason he picked it.
That's so funny.
I was hoping he'd only ever played it once and it was that Freljord game, but he's played it 4 times.
Yeah. So he's ruined the story. What a jerk.
Oh, he also played it at Worlds against Bin's Jax. That also didn't go well.
Oh, big damage by Call Me.
To be fair,
1 proc.
A lot of matchups against Bin's Jax do not
No,
go
one's pretty
well.
good.
Yeah, Bin was like 17, 18 at the time. You thought maybe?
Do you have an input on the team
this is DSG,
makeup and what champs they play? Yeah.
Split 1, Split 2 in 2025.
They only can play champs that I say they can play.
2 and 18. In the LCS Lock-In though, 7 and 10. Hey, yeah, they didn't win this split, but the improvements have been very big for DSG. They went from a team that was just like a guaranteed loss every week, it felt like, a free win for teams, to a team that is actually competing, is taking games off of top teams, and is really pushing people.
Let's not forget, DSG is the only team in Split 1 to beat Lion, the team that won the region. So when you think about it, we're actually better than the best team.
I really do feel like, and we'll see if this ends up being proven true.
But don't think about it too hard. Think about it like a little bit.
Every team has a chance of beating every other team, especially 4
Oh my
through
God,
8.
what an early barrier from Rahal.
I'm really looking forward to having a competitive race for the playoffs here.
Cloud9 also beat Lion, but Lion also beat Cloud9. We're the only team that did not lose to Lion and actually beat Lion. Think about that. Think about that for a second.
Yeah, and I mean, Sajed, because he is playing the cleanse instead of the barrier, it's a lot more difficult in the 2v2 early, and that's why they traded so aggressively. Rahel just basically ran in and pop barrier and used that for trading. And cleanse is not going to be that helpful at this point in the game for Sajed for these fights, but feeling like he needs it because of the fear tether, because of the charm, because of the root, because of the point and click stun from Volibear. You know, there's a lot of CC. He knows he is going to be a target, so he wants the cleanse for later, but...
Wait, the Varus arrow did 0 damage. Is that a bug? Ref, remake, please.
2 Sivers smacking the turret as well. Not as potent as the double Caitlyn's, but still.
Unless we get a first blood, in which case let's not remake.
Other than that, junglers both just full clearing. Kryra a little bit afraid
My
of
cam
this.
broke again. I think it's my capture card. I probably need to get a new capture card because this is crazy. The cam should not be overheating this much.
Cross over to that top side, like you said. They have no bot prio, so knows he could get contested pretty easily. And Call Me had push in mid. He's going to TP back here pretty quickly, so should be able to take that away, no problem. Hanbok probably just going to get a ward down and look for a recall.
My bot lane is down 5 CS.
Full cleared, and Kryra will be a little behind the tempo, but there's not even any
that's not good.
So it's not really going to matter for him,
yeah, I've definitely noticed with modern jungling, with everyone trying to game the jungle treat system to get an upgraded smite for second scuttle, that you do have like these pretty big forgiving pockets of time since, for instance, like full clearing back down for Nocturne, he's going to delay, maybe even reset before taking
Ooh, wait, was that a good trade for us? Because it felt like we took more damage.
No tempo loss at all for either jungler.
Another thing to note is that Cassio actually got buffed on this most recent patch, got a little bit more mana, and slight damage increase on the E, so...
Big bar damage. Big Barda. Big Barda.
Buff, so anytime that happens, it is going to kind of push it up a little bit as far as the priority is speaking. Because when you're thinking about first stand, it's like Cassio got play, but Cassio generally only got play...
What makes Volibear so good against Mbessa? As someone who understands nothing about League of Legends.
In terms of win rate, you use the E so much, so even a very small touch on the Cassio E is a large amount of damage throughout the game. Impact so far being a little greedy for this plate, but doing very well early on in that matchup.
Yep, as expected, but that definitely made me a little bit nervous. That's one of the ways that sometimes you can kind of throw a matchup is...
Oh, here's longer trade. Why don't they simply trade in shorter bursts? Because Volibear's damage ramps up when he gets the double E, right? When you E on a E, why don't you fight short enough so that he doesn't get the second E? You know, instead of the EE, he just gets the E. It's W? Oh, sorry, I don't play Volibear.
And Hanbok now moving down towards that bot side will be spotted out by the ward. And they do have them quite low, so is posturing to see if...
Instead of the WW, we let him get the W.
He's going to spot Kryra and just back it off, continue farming.
Yeah, they both know exactly where each other are. As you can see,
he gets the shield. Why don't we simply walk out of the shield? Wait. Hang on. Whoa! Press R! Press R, Castle! Press R!
Normally you'd see
why didn't press R?
So we're going to find out right now, Hanbok, if he takes these Krugs a little bit early.
Why don't we simply press R and kill him?
I don't think that was in there.
Yeah, so he's going to wait here until 5:30 because he wants his smite. You see it's at 22 charges.
Oh, so if Mbessa press R, he just press R?
It goes down by 2 because he's
like the Volibear presses R on himself.
So that's exactly why Mundo also waited.
Which counters the Mbessa R.
When they fight the second scuttle for level 6, their smite is upgraded. And that's exactly why these junglers are a little bit slower at killing their last camp.
Yep,
so if we R, then he's gonna hit the R. The R.
On the mini map as Kryra trying to finish this off and will be able to do so. Call Me well aware that Nico could be there and won't be caught unaware. As Kryra just kind of laying in wait here for the Nico and who he...
Oh my god, Kryra with the... Oh wow, this is so bold.
Chase in for the kill just yet, but the heal has to be popped there by Huhi and Darkwings has to back off to defend him.
I do wonder if these junglers are just metagaming themselves a little bit too much. Like the one jungler I really love.
Brother, get the why aren't we getting the dragon? Dragon good, no? Hello?
Just jumped over
Uh-oh, Castle, get out of here. That's bear.
Because he knew the other jungler was going to wait until 5:30 to kill his Gromp. But in this case, Kryra, they both did it, and then it wasn't even a contest because of mid-prio being in the favor of DSG.
Yep, you can see Castle doing okay in the trades because he's kind of just avoiding Impact and never allowing Impact get that stun down.
Impact has a 23 CS lead. Bot has a 10 CS lead.
25 CS for now. The wave's pushing towards him, so it's going to go down a bit, but still, that is a very...
I want our bot lane to have a CS lead. I don't think I've ever seen my bot lane get a CS lead.
Also remember, tickets are still available for tomorrow's games and Tailgate. Head on over to Tixter.com/LCS or scan the QR code to buy now. We got games tomorrow. We got free boba. There's free coffee. There's all kinds
Wait,
of
free coffee and free boba at the LCS tailgate?
Really good tailgate today. Hoping it's great tomorrow as well.
Get there.
I was preferential to FlyQuest coffee. It made me a nice iced latte for free.
Nice. Free is good value.
I think it's spectacular. Trying to get the all in here on Impact.
Yeah, Impact trying to survive. This guy's barely lands.
I don't know, guys. Castle's making the Mbessa look like the favorite matchup.
Doesn't want to get off. Castle trying to get the push here. Impact does not react. That's a lazy recall, and I feel like that's one that everyone kind of saw coming when you're recalling there at such low health. The Nocturne Ult will come in from Hambach. Should be able to get
I don't know, guys.
In the counter matchup,
I just watched that, and I'm looking at that, and I think Mbessa is the one that's favored.
Solo killed.
Another point for Castle right here as the wave is going back.
Dude, this is bad because you know Lion is calling the DSG head office right now. Hello. DSG, is Castle available? We're looking to win NA again. And Berserker just got a green card, so that means we have a spot for a Korean player. And what better Korean player can they get than Castle?
So that was just a lazy recall there from Impact. I mean, yes, Castle got some pressure on him, but you're still up 20 CS. He would have had a good buy, and he would have been in a good spot. Now that CS advantage
I saw Dokla's game on Canon, and after that I'm like, bro, I'm so glad he's not playing on the same stage as Inspired, because I'm pretty sure Inspired would have executed him on stage right there.
We'll have to track that. Castle really putting on a show here. Did equalize the gold there, but because of the counter pick,
they're better off replacing their support. I think Isles is not bad.
And I really feel like DSG is very comfortable scaling right now. So the Mundo secured the first dragon, keeping up in his farm, actually ahead of Hambach. I think totally fine giving these grubs over. Just the Casio.
You are safe. They're not changing top. If anything, they want you to support. I don't know. I mean, I've watched the games. I think they would want. I think they would want, like, if they were gonna replace a player between Isles and Dokla, I would think they would lean closer to Dokla than Isles. How did we not get the counter out there?
Chains corruption came out from Sajed and did push him back.
Yep. So trade of support.
Isles played better. Well, the thing is, I think everything must be looked at through the Inspired lens. I think it's like playing with Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant. Well, you know what? Faker would be Michael Jordan. It's like playing with... Well, that's a good player, but not like the best player in the world.
We haven't touched on the fact that also
it's like playing with Cristiano Ronaldo.
So, is going to not be the poke style. It is going to be lethal tempo.
I switched games. I know.
Goes with a petrifying gaze, gets charmed up here. Huhi sneaking around on the side, but has no flash or pop blossom, so it's hard to think that would get a kill.
It's interesting that he's gone on hit. I feel like they have enough sustained damage with Mundo and Mbessa Casio that lethality could have been really effective to just try and get some easy poke on the Ahri or the Sivir, but probably just wants a little bit of 1v1 damage if he gets jumped on by the Volibear and the Nocturne.
Yeah, exactly. Probably just thinking, hey, I'm just going to be hitting the Volibear and the Nocturne in a lot of these fights, and Spell Shield's pretty annoying when you're playing that full poke build, so we'll see how it works out for him. Obviously, it is kind of higher risk, higher reward. It's a lot more difficult to position effectively when you're playing on hit. You have to be a lot closer to deal that damage, but Darkwing's here. Has the Spirit Rush up and available, is getting poked down a bit, as TSG trying to bully their way into the river.
All this for a Crab. Early heal by Sentinels as well.
Darkwing's going to go back in with the Spirit Rush here, looking as they go for the engage with the Nocturne ulti. Darkwing's trying to finish off Sajed. Sajed is incredibly low. He does get burst down. Maximum dosage popped by Kryra. He is fighting, but
guys,
Lions
I'm back. Are we winning?
In comes Castle from the back line,
Tell me we're winning. Oh, wait, that's good. That's good. We dodged the ult. Oh, wait, there's a giant bear. We're winning. This is winning. This is winning. Are we chasing? No. We take it. We got an extra kill, no?
Comes back up and they will survive. But Castle with the reinforcements makes all the difference in the fight.
Ends up being a 2-for-1 on the side of DSG. Could have been more if that Mbessa ultimate connects.
Ooh, honestly, I don't blame the bar. I mean, the spell shield was there, you know.
Darkwings and Hambach decide to all in. While they do manage to take down Sajed, Darkwings trades his life for it, and Kryra.
Oh my God! It was a pixel off.
I think Castle cleans up, but he's still able to kill him at the end of this, sorry, they
Yeah.
Impact instead.
Our Bardock got spell shielded, which is like, it's whatever. And Castle misses out by Pixel, which is like, eh. So essentially, we did that fight without 2 ults.
Absolutely.
I mean, getting the spell shield off Sivir is not even bad, right?
But that meant that no one's hitting Call Me, and then the rest of the team just all pile in. You're hitting Castle, but they can't even burst him down. And Impact now, yes, he's almost level 10, but briefly down 2 full levels. And he is going for this tank-style build, and when you fall behind in that, you are not dealing with a lot of
Castle's the
damage,
GOAT.
right?
Castle is the
just
GOAT.
Depending on the fact that you're going to outstat them.
Anyway, back to what I was saying. I think Inspired is the kind of guy that makes his entire team look
good. It becomes very difficult for Impact to really get in there and win any trades.
He seems like a guy that would just call everything.
This is looking really solid.
Like, you, bot lane, rotate. Top lane, go here. Invade this with me now.
Sivir kind of has to kill everyone, but they're going to go in here on to Call Me. We'll see if they can be able to knock him down. The Fear Tether lands, and he is killed off there by
Dude,
Darkness,
I don't get it. I don't get why Call Me is so aggressive.
Really nice. I mean, a flashless Cassio without backup, trying to play down towards the river with Dragon up. Nice capitalization there by Hambach.
Impact was fighting.
Now we have to fight this down one player, no?
Little chunk down onto him, but now trying to pull back to that tower. Who he looking to threaten on the flank here? He's going to be coming in from the side. Rahel is behind them.
Wait, why don't we go on Rahel?
Get flashed on by Kryra. Rahel's in trouble. The pop blossom's coming down. They're going to try to turn it around.
Why go inside the portal you just made?
Rahel survives. Kryra staying around though, and now Call Me going to be TPing back in. So
we're so split. Come on, Snake! Come on! Hurry up, Snake! Hurry up, Slither! Slither your way there!
It's a 1v1 between Impact and Castle.
What's going on up here? Bear versus woman? No, never choose the bear. Never choose the bear.
But doesn't have enough damage.
I don't know if that was good. It felt like it was really bad, and the fact that we didn't lose is actually good.
Coming out on top.
Because we lost our mid insta, and then the fact that we got their mid on the, we got a lick back. Oh my god, good stun, good stun, good stun, big stun. Don't let him WWE you. No WWE here. Auto attack. Alright, Castle, land the out. Land the out. Land the out, Castle. Castle, land the out. Oh, he doesn't ult.
And he will be able to back it out.
That makes sense. That would make sense why he didn't ult, because he didn't have it.
He's not going to.
Has to be afraid of Nocturne ultimate since that's going to be back up. That's how long this last play has developed. I don't even know if we'll have time to get a replay in of that last fight. That was a 4v3
for a champion that can't buy boost, this Snake is fast.
Because Call Me was going to revive and be able to.
Did you guys know Hecarim's passive doesn't scale off move speed anymore?
Position to be. DSG get away with it.
What's that all about?
Castle is trying to catch this wave, but there's a
wait,
lot
Cass
of
can buy boost?
Here comes Hambach, the paranoia going to get dropped. He's trying to cut out that.
No, why?
Sentinels do eventually get him.
Bro, come on, guys. It's a Nocturne. He does one thing.
There's just so much DC, so much
mobility. No, back to Hecarim. I feel like the whole identity around Hecarim is that he moves fast and has a passive based off him moving fast. And then they just removed that passive. I think his passive is just gain some attack damage.
It's one of the most inescapable combos.
Why they do that?
Triple dash from the Ahri as well as the Nocturne ultimate means you can get your kills as long as the backup isn't there, because you're so exposed diving super far in. So at the time,
okay, Kryron's gonna be an absolute tank monster. This Nocturne is gonna assassinate one of our immobile Varus or Snake.
Hambach has been very effective. 4 KP here at 16 minutes on the Nocturne.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Like you said, playing around those timers. They're just dead even on gold, and they're down 2
dragons. Oh god. Big fight coming.
Coming through, but the TP flank is already there. Kryra is here as well, and the Bard ulti will buy some time.
Oh wait, Darkwing missed charm. He missed the charm. Oh my god, wait, we got the whole squad. The whole gang's pulling up here. Oh my god. Oh my god. Castle landed the ult. Castle landed the ult. Kobe killed him with the Nico. It's a triple kill.
And crush Sentinels in the top lane.
DSG completely collapsed. They're likely to lose this mid turret as well, though. It's a race
to
see how much they can get
holy
done with this first turret already gone
dude
over on the side of Sentinels. This is weird.
Yeah, Ahri missing the charm timing on the Bardock was humongo gigabigo.
End up getting completely annihilated once Kryra arrived.
Hambach is trying to position for potential ult
dude,
here,
Hassel is, he's DSG. If there was a franchise player, oh wait, yo, bang this guy. Yo, gangbang this guy. Oh wait.
And look at that, Sajed
You know what? Let's let them off with a warning. Let's get out of here, boys. Let's get out of here.
Teleport as well. They're gonna try to chase down Castle. They're gonna get him too. A couple kills going back the way of
let's call it
Sentinels.
even.
My turn now, says Hombach and Darkwings, as the teleport ends up being the perfect bait to get Hombach in. They just made Sajed completely disappear.
So how is
right
Sajed
so
gonna
Hombach
live anything at
4-0-2
any
now,
point?
Needs to completely play around this ultimate cooldown. I think in extended 5v5 fights, no chance. But if they can keep this game messy, they'll have a window to victory.
I mean, that damage on Sajed was pretty surprising. I was seeing, okay, he's got cleanse, he's got flash.
Wait, why don't we board out our Varus?
Problematic. He got one shot.
I still don't quite understand it because it. I guess
How does that sound?
full combo with the Nocturne.
The Nocturne ult goes out.
Yeah,
We ult ourselves.
Hombach is really strong at this point of the game, so Hombach, yeah, exactly like you said.
Am I a
RQ
genius?
Auto, and it was pretty much just a
And
charm.
what?
I don't even know
What happens if he doesn't go for the Varus and goes for someone else, and my ADC got self-ulted?
The W from Ari just insta-died.
Maybe barrier next time. It would have been better in lane.
Yeah.
Cleanse didn't help him there.
Maybe it'll help him later. We'll see. Cleanse can definitely have a lot of value later on in the game, but it is tough. And Rahel now has the Infinity Edge completed. It is going to be the Wit's End on the other side.
All right, we
here
need the
for Sajed,
Dagons.
so
We got the 2
trying to
Dagons. How about the 3
survive this Ari
Dagons?
as well as the Nico that could be flying to the back line. Volley does some magic damage as well, of course, but Hombach is still going to be problematic for him. And Rahel, if he can find those targets, if he has people to ricochet off of, is going to be quite powerful. But for now, there's absolutely no heal cut for the Mundo. And Mundo's healing can be a problem.
I think it will be a problem. Level 13, really been able to power farm here. So Hombach is quite fed, had to be running around the map to get these kills. Has converted on a lot of them, but hasn't stopped Cryer from farming, who is...
Attack on hit Varus. That's the better Varus, right? Versus the... Whoa, what was the double stun there?
It's kind of crazy.
On hit Varus is better than...
They're TPing in. Rahel
lethality Varus, no? Oh my god. Watch out, guys. There's 2 Nocturne.
Kind of hard, but they don't want to give over just a free
oh god. Oh god, it's a scrap. It's a rumble.
Nocturne compositions with Orianna or Azir, when you group up at the dark.
Oh boy, here we go.
When you get punished.
Hang on, my camera's broken.
Against the Ari Nocturne. So DSG need to make sure no one can get isolated.
Oh boy. Yo, we gotta isolate. We gotta find these flankers. These flankers are gonna be the spankers.
Is on the flank. Can he find an angle? He just can't really find anything to go in. Does land a
wait, Mundo got the dragon?
Wait. Finish off the dragon, but it's taken by Cryer. So
Wait, that's crazy. They used Nocturne ult to get the night vision, and then Mundo just walked up. I forgot you can do that.
That was really well played by DSG as a team as they go for more.
Oh my god, wait.
Hombach in a lot of trouble, has a flash.
You're telling me you can just walk up and smite something? That's crazy.
The public executions was coming through. Going to be hit by the tempered fade as he tries to get over the wall. Rahel there to cover, and that should be all that's going to happen from this.
The reason that was so impressive to me with DSG is the Nocturne Ultimate shrinks your individual field of view so much, but it was as if they were not under the Nocturne Ultimate, because Cassio was marking Ari over on the left, and then Cryer still moved in for the Drake. You can look at your teammates' screens when you're on stage like
Mundo
this.
doesn't lose vision? No, Mundo definitely loses vision.
So at first they stay grouped up,
but
then Cryer just
no, he
just
walked out.
I'd say the instant that popped up on his screen, he just spammed the smite key and walked out. But that's what Hombach was hoping to avoid by pressing the ultimate. You press the ultimate, you make them back away, you're hoping to disperse the objective and get out of there, but it ends up backfiring because the third Drake goes over to Cryer.
And even Darkwings was going on the other side, trying to sell the fact that, hey, we're engaging, right? You know, he spear rushed in, charmed up, call me, but then very quickly Cryer realized, as you're saying, oh, it's not actually a fight, it's a flip, right? It's just going for the dragon. And it went from 1255, I believe, straight to 0, so...
Crier's doing good on the Mundo.
Level 14 now, of course, the... Level 16,
let's keep him off the Pantheon.
Is ridiculously
anything involving coordination, let's not do that.
Burst you down with a well-timed W, you pop the ult in the middle of everyone, and all of a sudden you kind of are a brick wall. And there's not
let's
even
play champions where you just need a push.
To be able to apply some healing debuffs to this Mundo. Eventually they will have to be picking that up.
You'd imagine so, but at the same time, like, I mean, it's probably Rahel's third. He's probably going to end up going Mortal Reminder here.
How
but
do I keep my...
never know.
I need a new capture card.
Sometimes you just want LDR
Sorry,
for
guys.
bigger numbers.
I'm going to get Nocturne ulted until like a team fight.
I'm trying to think.
It's got to be Sivir. Sivir is one of the best users of Executioner's calling because you can ricochet across the whole team.
But I still want the
Oh, yeah, I mean, Alpha Flash, we take it, no?
Damage.
Yeah, it's a tough choice to make. We'll see if someone else is going to be able to, you know, you can always try to do something where you'd like just grab an Oblivion Orb on
I think
Hoovy or
Impact
whatever.
should grab an Oblivion Orb and just try and hit people with E.
You're like, buddy, you lost your counter matchup. It's
Yeah.
time to play support. Buy me that Oblivion Orb.
Yeah, Oblivion Orb, lock it next.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's true.
Well,
He
Knight's
needs to
Vow.
scale.
Yeah, he definitely does, but so far, DSG in full control, and especially after taking that last dragon, going to be feeling
Oh,
really good.
no.
They're gonna go for an engage here over on a castle.
Oh,
Castle
no.
trying to cut out,
He
does
was on the
flash,
map for
but
2
will be
seconds.
Back to safety. Hambach is coming in. Lions looking for the binding over the wall. Can't quite get it. The public execution will not buy enough time. And the pop-off.
No. Okay, the cleanse. Hang on. Oh, no, she's dead.
Knocked down in a hurry. Rahel ricocheting through the team as Calmy trying to turn around on the
Okay, we
impact.
take it. We call it even.
Sidestep, though.
Oh my god, did that Cassio all hit anything? I'ma be so real. What is Colby? Oh my god, never mind, he's baiting the Nocturne in. Big shutdown! Big money in the big honey! Big money in the big Rahel, get out of there! Wait, are we winning? No, we're losing, get out of there! No, we're winning, get in there! No, get out of there! Are we getting in there? We're getting out! Get in there! No, get out of there! Get in there! Get in there! We are in fact going to be getting in there. No, get out of there! Get out of there right now!
The reaction from Golden Glue. He thought that fight was there.
Oh my god, he's pushing. He's actually pushing.
He's actually pushing.
Lions do not die to her.
Oh, hits the Baron to take him out, but it's an execute as a result.
Oh my god.
The minion.
He killed him by accident.
The minion.
Is he still looking for him?
The minion killed him.
Does he even see the call out that he was killed by a minion?
I think he knows he's killed, but the question is, can they do Baron, right? Like, you
It
wouldn't have to kill
died
eventually,
to-
but this does speed it up, and now are they going to go
This
for it
game
here
is so
immediately?
crazy.
They're
No
TPing
time to
in.
breathe. It looks like Kryra
Oh.
is going to heal up a little bit.
Oh, we're
Everyone
gonna do
trying to
this.
Get it. Rahel still dead. Darkwing doesn't have TP, so I think DSG can just burst this down.
I absolutely think so. Cassio.
Oh my god, they're giving it us. You idiots, Barons are good. Nobody told Sentinels that getting Baron is good.
Time to recall and to head out and try to claim Soul here as well.
Sorry, my
Sentinels,
camera
this
was
might be their
covered,
last
but
shot
let
at a
me tell you,
reasonable
I was
fight.
bouncing on a
Yeah, so
crazy
right now,
style.
Sentinels just need to get as much control over this space as possible. Shove out as
20
many
seconds
waves and
for
get
Dragon
vision,
Soul,
because
this
the
is
way
it.
they win
As
is
long
with
as we
messy
don't
fights.
lose
That's how
this
that
fight,
last
we win this
Golden
fight.
Glue wanted to be right. Almost worked. If they can kill Sejed and Call Me early, then they'll have a chance
10
to move through
seconds.
that behemoth of a Mundo.
Wait,
Still
why don't we
no
just
heel cut,
wait?
though.
Why don't we
Kryra
go for
is
the
a
Nexus?
beast.
They're just pushing out the
Wait,
side
go for the
lanes here.
Nexus. Go Nexus.
Knocking down tower after tower.
they're not
Castle
gonna get
is
Soul here, though.
unanswered. Sentinels just rush over to try to go for this dragon. The question is, can DSG get there in
They're
time?
late.
It's
Yo,
not time
ult it.
that
Lions, you
fast,
got
but
ult
it
it.
is now down to about 2,500 HP. They should be able to finish it off. The question
What
is, can
the-
they escape afterwards? They're going to try to turn around here on to Call Me. Rahel with a great sidestep avoids it, and the pop-offs are
Yeah, no.
and they are
I knew
getting
it. I don't know
destroyed.
why,
Yes,
but I
survival
knew this
of the
was gonna
fight,
happen.
but it's too little, too late.
I knew this was gonna
Kryra trying to
happen.
stay alive here with the maximum
I knew this
dosage,
was
but
gonna
Darkwing's looking
happen.
for more. He hits the charm of
We
Lions.
get
Beautiful self McHale's
we
is
get
right
such
for
a
the hit.
good
Will survive.
Baron,
It's only him
and then we
Castle
let them have
left
Soul,
to tell
and then
the
we just
tale of
die.
DSG. Show up to the dragon.
This is
too late
insane.
and
It's
get
actually so
destroyed.
dumb.
What an absolute barn burner.
This is
of a
actually
game. We
so
haven't even had
horrible.
time for a replay in the last 4 minutes, and they are now strong, pushing both mid and bot lane by taking the Baron buff off of nearly everyone.
Like,
looked like that was
you
gonna be
chose
fight
the
that ends the
worst
game for DSG
option.
that gets them Soul
If you're
and should
gonna
set
give
them
it,
up, but this
take
flank from
mid.
Huhi, the
If you're
pop-off
not
was
gonna
yeah,
give it,
Darkwing
go.
gets good angle,
What the
and
fuck
DSG
was that
just so late.
option?
It's like they didn't expect
We lost
Sentinels to
our
rush it. They were
5k
pushing
lead.
side.
We
They
lost
thought
all our Baron
Center push
buff.
side wave, but DSG didn't have any vision in the bottom river, so they're like,
Nice.
surely two people don't start the Drake. That has to be the call, because when Castle goes in there alone against a Nocturne comp, he's going to die at the start of this. Then everyone tries to follow through, but remember the nearsightedness for Nocturne means they can't see it. They get completely womboed by who he's flaying. And the only thing I can think here, so originally I thought, okay, DSG is just going to trade up in gold because DSG does
Actually
outscale here.
bad.
So we'll give you that Drake. We're going to take all your inhibitors, right? Double inhibitor, cycle for the next Drake. But that clearly wasn't the play. I think it's just a straight up misplay by DSG, because the worst thing you can do is funnel in late against Nocturne, Ari, Nico, and have exactly what happens happen. So the game is very even in gold again, but the level 16 Mundo is also still going to be Mundo.
He absolutely is still going to be Mundo. Rahel now does have some heal cut, though. Darkwing's working in for the death cap. But Huhi was really all about that engage, and the question is, you know, can you replicate that? Obviously, you're in a much better spot than you were.
Yeah.
But that fight was an insta-kill on Sajed, where it's Pop Blossom into Charm into just insta-death there on the Varus, and he is going Dusk and Dawn third year, so a little bit of AP getting mixed into the build. It's going to be very high damage if he can stay safe, but has struggled to do that in the fights, which is why in pro play people generally play poke, because it's a lot easier to stay back max range and spam out arrows.
This is what happens with DSG. Every time we get a 3-dragon lead, we just start giving dragons away. And I thought we were gonna throw that dragon away, and that would have been fine on its own. But we also gifted 4 kills, and then gave up mid. I just don't get it. Actually,
not necessarily shadowing side lanes as much, because that's kind of what you need to do against things like Nocturne Ahri. Is if you're just kind of in the area, you'll make even 2v2s, and it kind of stops the Nocturne from being able to pull off.
Like, we're snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Very frequently, Hanbok is finding isolated targets.
And Hanbok now has the GA. Has been able to do a really good job this game. Honestly, playing a great
It's
series
so
thus
simple.
far. Kryra is ahead as
Just
far
go
as
dragon.
experience is concerned,
Even if it's a team fight, at least it's an even team. You can't fuck
we'll
that
see
up.
if Hanbok can be a difference maker. Darkwings now has the
But you
death
guys
after
chose
the
the option.
damage.
That was
Actually
the
ramping
way
up
to
pretty
fuck it
heavily
up.
with that buy from the Ahri.
And Rahel is potentially being the savior of the scaling on the side of Sentinels, because the Mundo and Bessa Cassio, you think that's just going to scale and scale in terms of damage, but if one of these guys is getting one shot early, now with even the Death Cap Ahri, that's when Rahel's really going to be able to turn it on at the end of these fights. Considerably ahead in items to Sajed, which is interesting, almost with the Bloodthirster. Surely Sajed is sitting on a decent amount of gold.
Yep, grab the Seekers there. So
yeah, there we go.
Is going to be able to have that to try to respond to any sort of engage. It is one of the nice things about champions like Kai'Sa, like Varus, who can splash in some AP and actually get value from it. You can go Zonius. And Zonius is just such a powerful defensive item against dive like this, where he's getting one shot. And now if you're able to react to Pop Blossom or a Charm and immune that with the Seekers, that can be a lot of value for the team.
Yeah, really setting up here for this next fight with double Seekers on their carries. Cassiopeia and Varus both having Seekers at the moment, and this next Drake is likely where everyone's gonna collect themselves.
And as much as the
okay, dragon again. Now it's an even fight. I mean, it's an even fight, so it's. But I don't know which team scales better. The Nocturne is so scary.
Chaos with all these divers. Hey, if Sivir is auto attacking, she is going to hurt at this point. There is the Bloodthirster now complete for Rahel. So
okay, Ahri's top.
Items.
We have position first.
Was just been prioritizing these item completions, but he is definitely going to be a problem and can shrug off any small damage now with that Bloodthirster complete.
I hope he has the Empowered Recall. Okay, he's actually just going to teleport in right away for this flank. They're going.
Yeah, they're going deep.
Stick together.
In onto Sajed. They're immediately coming. The Pop Blossom doesn't connect. Look at the Seekers to buy some time.
Oh, wait. The Nico's dead? The Nico's dead? And Bessa's in? Wapoo! Yes! Yes, I like it. I don't know why. Why are we losing? No, we're winning. Yes. This is good. This is back to being good. Oh, please. Oh, please let me know the feeling of winning a game.
Well, he's got to run for the hills.
What are we doing? Are we gonna kill him on one? Why are we so scared?
Surely can't get out of this one.
The dragon! The dragon! Get the freaking dragon!
Hanbok not so lucky though. DSG win the fight. It's a scrappy one, but at the end of the day, it's 4 for 2.
Really interesting engage right there. I almost feel like
Kryra, thank you. Thank you. Honestly, Sajed and Lions did their job, which is to die. Look at this. Look at this.
And that's why DSG moves in.
So the Seekers here was interesting, right? So Varus didn't get Bard ulted. He used his Seekers, right? Here it goes. Here it comes. Seekers. Which is funny because the timing of the Bard, there was like half a second where Varus got out of Zhonya's before the Nocturne got out of Bard ult.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for Sentinels now. They just couldn't quite coordinate on that engage. Maybe if Impact could have buffered the Chain's Corruption and immune that.
I think as long as Kryra is so strong, and I don't think this Sivir is not denting him just yet, right?
Most of the fight running, and then by the time he goes in, there was so much time.
I don't know at what item does the Sivir do damage to the Mundo, but we really need to end the game before it reaches that point.
Was getting pressured heavily.
And the really nice thing about winning late game fights with Seekers is you get gold and you just get him back. Because you can go double Zonias, you don't have to worry about that cooldown.
Because Kryra is the strongest person here. I don't think they have, like, Ari's not killing a Mundo. Nocturne's not killing a Mundo. Maybe Sivir and Volibear has enough, like, consistent damage, but also unlikely.
That perfect engage and just delete someone. Obviously, Infernal Soul not going to help with the defenses, but I think he's going to have to find a.
So I think Kryra is a main wing condition, it feels like, and we just need to keep him alive against the Sivir.
And he's just going to cut the wave, and this is pretty smart from him. But the question is, can DSG push him back and stop this? They want to Baron buff up that wave, but on top lane, they're looking for an angle onto Call Me, who's pushing forward. This is a big wave there. And Rahel needs to get over there to try to clear that out if they want to defend top side, but not going to be able to do it for now.
I'm a little surprised that they didn't pull the trigger. I'm actually surprised.
Oh yeah, I really thought, like, this Nocturne, you know he's itching.
That's really risky, even if they're able to.
You know he's itching for an out here.
Lion's trying to babysit Call Me, but I feel like the Nocturne Ahri could probably get one of them. They're just hesitant to pull the trigger.
Yeah, I guess they're just worried about
what's the play? Oh,
muting the engage, but here goes now. They're gonna go in onto Sajed.
Sajed again? Oh, hang on.
Kryra in the middle of everyone. Call Me flashes forward, hits the petrifying gaze, and down goes the Sivir.
Oh god, the flanking.
In the backline, but does it even matter? They don't have the damage to
Dude,
get
I don't
the job
know
done.
who's winning.
Kryra is unstoppable with Castle.
I mean, Kryra's unstoppable, but who's doing the damage?
Looking for impact. He's the next
10 wet noodles slapping against each other.
Is fighting, is surviving as long as he possibly can. But he's got nowhere to go. He trying to cut the wave, but he can't get that done. DSG do lose Sajed, but they take out the Sivir early and they win the fight.
They're like Sajed is not playing this game.
There with both 80 carries getting burst down. I feel like DSG
wait, who killed Rahel? I wonder.
With their spread out,
we don't have assassins.
Ends up working out. They break the middle inhibitor. They go for more.
Public Execution comes in. Darkwing's on the run with the Spear Rush, trying to get back to the base to heal back up. Hombach and
I don't think we can end here, right? Maybe we can get top and hit.
They signal DSG to just back up at the but that is a tanky top laner, and he realizes I do not win this 1v1.
Yeah, Castle says, "You want me?"
How can Sajed live?
Pushes Hombach away immediately. I'd say Sentinels is making this game quite hard.
I mean, that all wasn't that good, but it doesn't matter. This late, Nocturne should get his ult back so fast.
Reward for the team fight victory is the mid inhibitor and the top inhibitor.
Like it's already halfway up.
Rahel's going to continue to get items, and even if you have an Infernal Soul,
dude, I really don't like coin flipping Elder. I don't think we should start Elder. We should only stop them from getting Elder.
It could have been a very different fight.
Yeah.
He caught him with the flash petrifying gaze, stunned him up, they burst Rahel down. If Rahel lives through that fight, I mean, the rest of the team was alive for quite a long time. They just don't have the damage. If Sivir ever dies, an Ahri without ultimate is never going to
Yeah, we got Zanya.
happen.
Definitely not. Looks like he's getting that 100% crit. Sivir completely online.
Yeah, I don't want to raw. I don't think we should raw start this dragon.
Against Casio, because you're always going to be in range of that petrifying gaze, as well as Call Me played that last fight. But Baron buff is down, just trying to collect a few plates here, maybe find the right fight. If Hombach sees an angle, again, Mbessa's top lane.
Yo, Mbessa, Mbusi.
Where Sentinels might try and take advantage.
So we're trying to push them out? Like, what's the play here? This Nocturne's a little scary, but everyone's kind of grouped up. If they all go Mbessa, isn't that fine? Because Mbessa could live for a long time, no?
Yeah, and I'd say the double Zonias as well as the Bard ultimate are really doing a lot of work now to just
the double Zanya. So what's the Nocturne's target? Nocturne doesn't have a lot of target at this point, no?
Sentinels just got to continue to make this game hard.
Yep. And Rahel is going to try to have to find that perfect angle, find a way to get in there and get that damage done. But as you're saying, there's a lot of tools that can spell his doom. If he does get hit by
there's a pink ward next to you. Please hit it. 40 seconds for the Elder.
Really,
we're going to reset as a team.
On top of him unopposed, you're probably going to lose that.
Okay, clear vision. Move as a team. If anyone gets picked off by a Nocturne here.
And DSG are spacing out the fights quite well, so his job is not easy.
Yep,
yo, my Rahel, sorry, not Rahel. My Sajed is solo. He's solo.
New 80 carry quest as well. Still got a lot of gold if they can continue to extend this game to get more and more items. But this Elder is going to be very difficult.
The Elder spawning in 10. Do we get a resetty? Or do we get a spaghetti?
The top lane right to the beginning of the mid lane. It didn't go very far, so that is down, but he does have the TP shield, and it does last quite a long time. So that is up and available. Kryra just zoning them away, stepping in their face.
Like, what happens here, right?
To engage onto the Mundo, and Rahel trying to get control
We
of
can't. We
this wave
see
and look for a push.
5.
Bombbox on the side, but Sajed now is just going to be soloing the Elder.
Oh.
Yeah, and they don't have vision of it currently, so Hambach would love to get something over that wall, but has no way of getting vision.
Yeah, it is going down.
Oh, they Sivir ulted. They Sivir ulted.
Going to be popped there by Rahel. The charm
Let's walk it back. Yo, stall it out. They Sivir ulted.
Can't really find a way in. It's just so difficult for him to step forward and auto attack without being in range of.
Yo, where my Cassiopeia going?
Has eaten some poke from these briefcases.
Oh my gosh, she's teleporting so close.
Darkwing's gonna be TPing back.
Oh my god, what is this? Why did we ult blank air? Varus ult miss, Board ult miss.
Darkwings has Castle low. They're trying to burst down Kryra. They can't quite do it. His maximum dosage has been popped, and Kryra's healing right back up. But they're gonna try to kite it out.
Dude, wait. Oh god, no, this is so sus. Everything about what's happening is so sus. Why is my board up there? Why are we fighting the dragon? Who's winning this game?
Castle's looking for a wraparound here. Impact has joined back from base, TPing back in. One briefcase does about 20% of the health there of Rahel, who's trying to
Embessa flanku! Embessa flanku! My camera's dead, dude! Kill her! Okay, Ari dead. Okay, Hambach dead. Okay. Oh my god, this bear just. Oh, hang on. Sage with the flash. Auto attack. Big auto attack on the Hambach. Big auto attack on the volley bear. Big auto attack on the castle. Oh my god.
It's a double kill there for Sajed as he gets some revenge after a tough game. DSG gonna take us to a game number 3.
Look at how much Heartsteel health Kryra accumulated throughout this game. An absolute force on this Mundo could not be
why doesn't Kryra simply play Mundo every single game?
Tagging Rahel again with the petrifying gaze as DSG even the series.
So tough for Rahel to really find an angle in this fight, and Castle being able to get in the backline takes down the Ari.
Why
DSG
don't we
not
simply
going down without a fight.
Win?
The year-long series score moves
Dude,
to 5-5.
Kryra, let's go. Put the Pantheon
away. Next game.
Never play that Pantheon.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure.
You lost the right to play Pantheon for the rest of your life.
Think?
I think Raz is.
Best of 11. What happened here? These teams are evenly matched. All right, guys. Cover your eyes when it comes to the predictions for me.
Yeah, honestly though,
oh
my goodness. And this one went so long too. You had to get fully outscaled with the Super Lakin Giga Mundo with 10 billion health regenerating over the course of this Elder Dragon fight.
Anytime I see a Mundo in this region, by the way, it's just crazy. Munchie, Eugene, now this, Kryra.
Dude, man, I mean, these fights are still a little. I mean, maybe it's not messy. Maybe it's controlled chaos. It just looks messy.
At this point, like the comp has definitely been outscaled because champions like the Nico and the Ari are really like bursty, and they're not going to do well in some of these late game scenarios.
Yeah, especially already with Infernal, they kind of just have to wait it out. Like it's a really nice flank from Castle, right?
Oh my god! I feel like DSG and Sentinels is just.
And then no one is killing.
It's turned into a rivalry.
Have to be creative. Because you're
somehow
fighting basically like if you can
because we beat them in the first matchup, they beat us in the second matchup. Now it's a 1-1, and every single time it goes the distance. It goes to the final game. And then they took 3 of our players and a coach that used to work for us.
Somehow finding fights, like there was one huge.
It's the story of the millionaire versus the billionaire.
That like gave an angle for Sentinels, so yeah, a little bit of a wild one.
I mean,
they got Ben Affleck. I don't
so
have Ben
much back and forth. They actually got a lot of picks with the burst damage on the Ari plus Nocturne a couple of times was really nice, very surprising there. But this is perfect. You know, we get a 6-game day, first day back in spring.
There's one thing that has been consistent.
True.
Castle's a bit of a bully.
Castle is my goat. And you know what's my favorite thing about him? He retweets when our jersey goes on sale. This man is everything an owner could ask for.
Yeah, and in this one, he got the counter pick on Aurora. In the ones we're about to see here, it was actually Impact locking in the Volibear counter pick, and then
How do I stop my camera from having a high temperature?
Stays under turret.
He doesn't respect the flash.
Recording
He
1080,
doesn't
use
think
a
this guy's
fan,
gonna
use an
flash on
external.
me.
And he does it.
But the
yeah,
Q,
no, I'm using
Q2
external.
flashes a lot of distance.
And that's a matchup that we've seen, of course, America's Cup. Gigo pulled it up against Thanatos, did incredibly well. We've seen the matchup do very well for Volibear globally. So the fact that he was actually having an amazing game, I think Castle has been a real force, a consistent force, and they should try and play through him, I think, a little bit.
Hashtag DSG win!
Let's play to
Wait, why are we out? Why are we out in the corner?
Castle.
Yeah, honestly, is Mundo one of your favorite champions? Because Mundo looking good.
It's literally, I swear.
He's really strong.
I was watching.
Favorite. I don't know.
Castle might go, don't ever leave DSG.
You just see a Mundo anytime it gets a lead, like both Munchie and Yuji, just completely steamroll a game. This was another great one too, because they just don't have like consistent damage in comparative to what DSG have.
Yeah, let's take a look at this week's Pagoda moment with this guy's winning a team fight in the top lane. This is before Mundo scaled, okay? This is before Mundo scaled, but look at this Bard ultimate that delays the engage. So Nico and the Volibear both going straight onto the Cassiopeia. Bard kind of delays here, and then you get the teleport in for Castle.
Yeah, and once again, Castle is directly onto Darkwings, takes him out of the fight completely. Calmy cleans up Huhi. It's just a really nice collapse from DSG and shows kind of some of that coordination we talked about when we were like, okay, how does DSG take out Sentinels, who we think are a slightly better team? Well, it's through their actual team fighting.
Yeah, just like watching throughout all of these moments, it doesn't do it justice. Just even rewatching like team fight after team fight after team fight, you have something for us, don't you, Kobe?
Yeah, I mean, we had some other crazy stuff that caused this game to go even longer, some dragon shenanigans, and we did also have a...
Did people watch Marvel Rivals
Esports? Cool
Esports?
from Cryro, where he walks up and just...
Wait, hang on, let me check on the Overwatch Esports.
That Brick Shield to be turned in that direction. Vegas down, nothing to be done here.
Wait, Team Liquid is up 2-1? Big.
Love that from Lunex, using all
We
the
need
time
Team
on the
Liquid to
clock,
win here.
playing things slow, eventually
Because if Team Liquid wins, that means we just need to win our match tomorrow. Because if Team Liquid loses and we win our match tomorrow, there's a world we actually might not qualify.
In theory, they have big bank ultimates.
So if Team Liquid wins here, that means that if we win tomorrow, we can guarantee to make it to playoffs.
It's going to take heroics.
All right, Pile Driver comes on in. Yeah. Straight within the mines.
Wait, hang on, it's going to OT.
Tracer down is huge. That's how Lunex are going to contest and stall this in the longer term. X10 can't afford to drop. It's on Cardi Fan.
Ooh, Cardi Fan did not touch the payload. But honestly, they weren't pushing that.
Lunex did very well to get to that first checkpoint, and that's given them a real shot here, Jake. But it's a 3-minute and 40-second time bank that they're contending with.
Yeah, and with that early hold on second,
we need them to win. And if they win, tomorrow's do or die for us. If we win, we make it. If we don't, we don't make it.
I think this one is pretty much over. Holding like that on second is incredibly difficult to do. It just came from the fact that it was final fight.
Infected 29-13. What happened to the
lock that one up?
The other tank?
Team Liquid have set themselves a very achievable win con if they can break the first point hold, which is going to be their biggest challenge. Last time.
So good job, Mundo. Yep. Well done, well done. I wonder what the actual fans back at home thought. I think you guys think the same thing.
Kill participation.
I think the
That's
fans,
pretty nuts.
Yeah, I think there's not
Big Mundo. Castle might go. Castle might go. Sajet, honestly, Sajet tanked 10 Nocturne ults.
Part of the map, trying to deny the enemy hit scan from getting a good line, for getting good high ground control. With both these wrecking balls continually disrupting. But all it takes is one misstep for the defenders.
I'm hoping Overwatch is my first profitable esports team.
I'm going to take you to the cleaners. They got to lock in.
I'm spending approximately.
Give themselves a real
There's a chance I make my money back on Overwatch for the first time in the world. I just need everyone to buy the DSG bundle when it comes out. So I'm hoping it comes out this year. I'm hoping I go to BlizzCon so I can promote the DSG bundle. What? Do they play Overwatch at BlizzCon? I know they had a stadium and used to be a big deal. And then Lay Seraphim showed up at one point.
And Carter's made it there now. Into the underpass with X10 trying to send as many of these bolts in as she can. Look at Carly's positioning. Trying to set up a Freya insta-kill here with some stuck bolts. And Tree very low. Almost got the Cassidy. The idea was good, but now plan B is going to have to be enacted.
Man.
Cardi fan was hindered for
The hamsters, so... wait,
now
2 hamsters?
under the underpass here.
When did hamsters become meta?
For the attackers, they try and wrest control of this high ground away from Lunex. And Tree, if he keeps hitting these shots, that is going to be easy.
And Cassidy with
2
this major
balls
perk
flying around.
from the beginning here in overtime, putting in massive damage. Cardifan sent packing, but Lunex still holding for now.
So
Seeing slivers of HP, just barely lives. But Tree making his way inexorably forward here. Just an absolute hammer and anvil, holding W like the Terminator in this one.
There's nowhere to go for Lunex. They're forced to fall back.
Was this guy shooting his own teammates for a second?
Eventually, they've got no choice but to go for it. Yep, nice wrecking ball play there for Infected. Look at how he gets up inside that. Tree does not want to go up there. Still trying to play a little bit safe out in the open. Bowler shot catching onto the Deadeye. No, Tree gets just clear of its area of effect. And Xsen's caught out by the Deadeye. She lingered a little bit too long out into the open. And that could be it.
Yes, this is good. Team Liquid winning is good. Team Liquid is winning is so good
Team
for us.
Liquid are a stone's throw away, a stone's roll away from taking the series.
It's so close. It's so close. I just need to touch it. Touch it, and then tomorrow the game is in our the destiny is in our hand.
Really extended duration in this one.
Touch it! Oh my God, he got booped away.
The whip shots to deny Cardi fan the opportunity to contest, and Team Liquid.
So tomorrow we gotta beat that Team Liquid beat, and we 3-0 Team Liquid. So I'm hoping we can 3-0 this team. But then again, that's what we thought when we played against Extinction, and we lost 3-0 to that team. So I don't count my chickens until they're chickens.
Welcome back to the LCS opening weekend presented by MasterCard. And we've been in for a treat for our first day here. We're going the distance, all 6 games, as we are tied up once again between Sentinels and DSG.
I hope this is a burgeoning rivalry in the LCS, because DSG Sentinels are extremely competitive, and the games themselves have also been incredibly fast-paced. The first game in the series, it was non-stop solo kills from the DSG solo laners, and then they couldn't outscale the team fighting of Sentinels. And then this last game was actually a lot of early game power on the side of Sentinels, but DSG was able to outscale. So a very entertaining series so far.
And I'm really interested to see if Impact can stabilize in the top lane, because when getting counterpicked, he got dominated by Castle. When he counterpicked, he got solo killed by Castle. Even though he did have a really big advantage, he kind of threw it away with that lazy recall, got killed on by Castle under his tower. And I want to see if Impact can stabilize things, because if Castle isn't getting a big lead, you do feel like it's going to be a lot harder for DSG.
Absolutely.
Okay, what are we banning?
To me, both of the
what are we banning?
Azir,
Seraphine.
These teams were kind of decided by draft. The draft that we favored ended up winning both games. Game 1 was the 1-2-3 blind pick, essentially, of
DSG
Ezreal,
versus Sentinels,
Karma,
always a bang.
and Orianna, and then just the raw scaling that DSG had last game with the Mundo Cassiopeia, as well as being able to fight against the pretty early game pair of Nocturne Ahri, worked out pretty well.
Xin is up and available, not banned, and a lot of these AD junglers have been worked through, so wouldn't be surprised to see that. Rumble also going to be available, but Galio is unbanned, even though it has received second phase bans last game. So both teams kind of thinking through the options. Vi, Xin, Rumble, Galio. Where do you want to go?
Looks like they've locked in the Vi, so prioritizing Hambach, having a high amount of agency for this game. He's been having a great series, even though
Rumble, Castle Rumble's consistent.
The Nocturne. It was because of the scaling of the
Just don't pair it with Lion's Bard, because the last time that happened,
so far. So I understand prioritizing this pick, especially with Galio being off the Rumble.
I don't know. Humbug on the Vi is scary.
There's always the option, you know, occasionally.
It's like
see teams
Nocturne,
just take both away and say,
but a
"Alright, we
little
can't
shorter
counter too."
range.
But then you are blinding your Galio, or have to be willing to be a little bit more creative. I would be expecting the Xin though to come
Like,
through. I do think it's
Nocturne and Vi are pretty
and
much
you
the
kinda
same
just go a
characters.
pretty standard 1-2 here. Even if Impact goes
They
for
both
the
press
Galio,
R.
It's not so much a counter as it is like an answer. You know,
Correct.
it's more of a neutralizer.
Kairos
So Castle can still go for
Shinzao.
I could also see Impact
What do you feel
taking
about that?
Ornn and being fine.
Yeah.
So
Or Sion even.
he's still got options, even if they dropped him to 4-5. So I actually think Sentinels has a pretty important choice to make here. If they want to just lock in a powerful bottom lane they still feel like is left,
If they, here's my question: if they know our top lane, why don't they pick top lane?
Yunara, Lulu, or Ashe Seraphine, they can't pair, which then makes them go down. And just pick
Yunara.
Galio, and they'll pair something else with Yunara.
Yep, so they are going to be grabbing Yunara here. They already have some really good engage with the Galio as well as the Vi, where DSG does kind of need some of that. So the question is, are they going to
Let's pick up mid lane. What counters Galio?
You can of course just grab your
What
own AD carry,
beats
knowing
a
that's gonna be
giant
on the other side,
statue?
or you could grab, you know, powerful engage support, something along those lines, if you so choose. But it is going to be the
Kaisa.
matching of
Ooh,
AD carries, I think,
Sage's
here.
Kaisa is
to me
kind of
would suggest the best
clean.
champion.
Yanni?
Well,
Uh-oh.
not actually going to get locked in. It's going to be the
How do you feel about
Yone.
Yanni?
So very interesting. So they are going to go grab Yone, and then they have multiple protection bans to be able to try to make things a little bit more difficult.
Really aggressive here. Aggressive drafting by DSG.
It's a great
by
combo.
Oh, I
picking
like
Yone
being
this early.
aggressive.
Yes, it's a good combo, Rumble Yone, but they kind of know that Dark Wings is a control mage player, and they probably feel comfortable with this stage of Fearless, playing it into any of his picks. Not to mention they can ban Annie. Maybe Victor would be the next ban, because I can imagine Dark Wings finding a way to neutralize this with Victor a bit.
Yeah, you know, you're thinking about things like Victor, about Hui, about, you know, champions along those lines that he does like to go towards. Syndra is another pick, you know, so he almost always stays within that realm, and I think they're just saying, Annie is a problem, the rest I don't really care.
Yeah.
You know, Yone is pretty good into a lot of these matchups. You just survive early, and then you can become quite powerful later. But with the Kaisa not being grabbed in the first round, it will not be able to be available. In the second round, they're going to take away both the Kaisa and the Xayah, expecting that it is such a strong answer to Vi Galio. So when you're thinking about other safe picks, you can again go towards the Jhin. That's always a common one that people do just kind of stay far back. There also are some kind of like less common answers that people will go towards. Sometimes they're just going to play things like, oh, okay, I'll just play MF and just stand and ult over the top or whatever.
Yeah. I was going to say that if they want to dominate lane, they'd pick something with Caitlyn, but once you pick Alistar, your chances of dominating lane go down drastically.
Yeah.
That's definitely something that plays towards the solo lanes,
Don't
which
pick
is
Jhin?
understandable.
Yeah.
With the state of the series
Someone
so
did the
far,
stats analysis.
success
Jin's the
Castle and
worst
Fallen have
AD
had
to
in
pick.
lane.
And it's so interesting too because they clearly have a conditional pick here for AD carry because they're going AD carry on 5. You know, that is
Like, it has one of the highest pick rate,
but now
and
we
I
see
don't
there
think
is
it's
a
ever
Kong,
gotten a
you know,
win
not
before.
Obviously a super strong laner either. They could try to pick for winning 2v2 if they want to go for
In
one of those
NA at
angles.
least.
Like you said, you can go for things like Caitlyn, but of course it can be difficult to survive the potential dive. Rakan, Galio,
it's just
Vi.
Jhin. It's
I
just
feel
gotta
like
be Jhin.
Jhin makes sense to me just because you need to kind of stay safe, have some sort of value.
Wait, Smuldar.
But you know, you can
They already
go
have
for
an
aggressive
AD.
options if you feel confident.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
They're trying to
there's
play
so
for
much
late game.
Go in,
Pick the
and
earliest
Jhin,
game
Rumble,
champion
Jhin,
we
Yone
can.
have always been really potent combos. And it's
Oh.
Vayne. Oh my god.
Okay, well this is crazy.
Oh
I mean,
my god.
Vayne in some ways can survive, but the problem is there's so much point and click, and Rakan ult hits you whether you're stealth or not. Vile,
How
you can't
strong is
outplay with a
Vayne's
tumble.
early
like,
game?
That thing is following you no matter what. And then when you get hit by the Vi ult, the Galio ult's coming over the top. The all these combos are coming through, and it is going to be Smolder here. So are they going to swap the Yone to top lane for Castle? So now it becomes a bit of a mind game, right?
I'm sorry.
Are they gonna
Why?
move things around?
What's happening?
Crazy.
And
What's
the
going on?
question
I'm scared.
on
Someone
my
hold me.
mind is, were they going to do that? It looks like they will not.
Faked
They
it.
swap
They swap
back.
it back. It's a 20 seconds. This means Yone's mid, Rumble's top. But both teams just threw down at the end of this draft, for sure. Game 3 of Fearless, the 11th game they've played against each other this year.
Smolder
They're
mid?
5-5, and they decide to play
Which
the
one's crazier,
decider
Smolder
with
mid or Vayne
Vayne,
AD?
5th pick, and then also a Smolder mid into the Yone. My goodness.
Yeah, and this is famously the matchup that FlyQuest against Genji in Game 5, I believe they played.
In 2024, absolutely. It was, in that case, though, it was Smolder Ziggs, and they were able to, with Ziggs bot, and they were able to really just stall out the game. Not to
I
mention,
want
225 stacks back then
DSG
was
to
much
win
more
out of
powerful on
principle.
Smolder.
I
Smolder was
too
much
want
more the
DSG to win out of
threshold champion
principle.
back then. But now, I really just want to see if Sajet is able to throw down on this Vayne.
So what happens when the vibe presses are on my Vayne?
We have felt like the compositional play would be to stay back and support the solo laners, even on Varus. He could have gone poke Varus instead of getting Dove, and now he could have gone Jhin with so much dive, and instead decides to just get in there with the team.
Like what's the counterplay?
Very risky pick.
I mean, the big question to me is, will he be able to
what
survive
if
the
we
dive, right? Or
bought
maybe he's
a
thinking, "Might be
Zanya
so
on
aggressive,
Vayne?
putting them on the back foot."
He can just chase in with
exactly,
Night
maybe
Hunter.
just chase in. But I just feel like Rakan Galio is going to be so strong against the composition that DSG have. When you're looking at 4 melee champs and then a Vayne who's relatively short
I'm so
range,
confused.
it is
What's
so
the
easy
Vayne
to
even
land
good
these
against
multi-main
here?
charms. And we'll see how Calmy can handle this 1v1 in mid lane. Yes,
Like,
Smolder
okay,
does have
what's the
scaling
upside
power,
of
the power
Vayne?
is
Normally
going
you pick
forward
Vayne
with
against the
Vayne
super
over the matches.
tanky
You talked about the nerf
beefer boys,
how
right?
powerful that is.
Yeah.
And the execute threshold no longer scales, has been like that for a very long time. So the scaling is a lot weaker.
Galio? But is it worth it just to
And the
pick it
trouble
for
with this
one
matchup is
tank?
Not only can you get bullied because it's range versus melee, but you can't avoid getting stacked on. So you can really accelerate in this matchup because every time you step forward, you're going to get queued by the Smolder. You're giving over free stacks, and when you hit a fast 25, it really accelerates you to 125, and that really accelerates you to 225. So we'll see how Dark Wings can do.
Looking forward to seeing if he can bully
Bro,
this lane.
my mid lane is getting slapped by this baby dragon.
Mage player who's just kind of trying to survive while
Isn't that a Yu-Gi-Oh card, Baby
goofy
Dragon?
playing around bot side, but now they have an opportunity to maybe have Dark Wings get babysat a little bit. if he's
summon
able to
Baby
put the knockdown.
Dragon.
Because if they can keep Yone out of this game, the
In
win
defense
conditions really
mode.
narrow for
It sounds
DSG.
so
I mean, Calmy still has his potion, but he is
Or like
getting
Joey
very
Wheeler's
low
trump
here
card.
already. Of course, he has
That guy was a
teleport.
bum,
Really, he's
dude.
trying to survive to be able to get this
He
wave.
summons
He
Red
doesn't
Eye
wanna
Black
get banned.
Dragon, and
He
if he
doesn't
doesn't
have
win,
a
he just gets
reasonable buy.
absolutely folded.
But you know, this is the problem. Is it's just
And
kinda
Red Eye
survival,
Black
survival,
Dragon is
and
infinitely
Dark
less
Wings
cool
will
than
start
Blue Eyes
working
White
on this first
Dragon.
plate, and as soon as you go for any
Which
range
is,
minions,
now that I
you
think
will be
about it,
needing
kind
a
of
free queue for W.
racially
That's
motivated,
what's
no?
tough about this matchup.
It's the stacking. I doubt Calmy will die. Famous last words, but with second win, Dorn Shield, and Fleet, not to mention the short lane for frequent recalls, I feel like he's going to be able to survive, and it's just about maximizing the CS.
Bro, this
Yep, but he does pop the
seems
potion now,
absolutely
finally, and Dark Wings
horrible
up to 13 stacks,
to
but he's
lane
gonna go
with.
the soul inbound,
Wait, hang on,
try
never
to
mind.
trade back, and this is really your only option, and is to try to look for these aggressive trades, try to chunk them out, but Calmy in some trouble.
Oh
This is the
wow,
updated
this
year-long
game score is
series.
5-5
The
between
first game,
DSG and
first series that they
Sentinels.
had, was 2-1 to DSG. The second series was
Man, I don't want to be
3-2
in a
Sentinels,
rivalry
and
with
then
Sentinels. I want to be in a
1-1
rivalry
series,
with
bringing
like,
the total game score to 5-5.
I don't know,
So
Team
just
Liquid or
dead even between
Cloud9.
these two teams as Kryra comes through,
Not like
and we'll be
some
able to delay
bums.
the recall there of Dark Wings, but they're going to look for a potential little engage as Hambach goes forward. But down comes the Galio now, and Kryra's just going to flash on a Dark Wings. In comes Calmy with the soul inbound,
damn.
looking to get some damage down.
Oh,
Impact
damn.
Master on
Wait,
the
he
rope, flashes
flashed?
forward with the Justice Punch. There is the taunt. Castle flashing it as well. Hambach falls for first blood.
Oh my god!
Kryra's getting
Oh my
some healing
god!
down.
Yeah,
Impact
yeah.
has no damage. DSG out to a 2-0 lead.
It's been a while since
Bro,
we've seen a first crab.
back to the
flip
retire home with
game,
you,
but we may
Unk.
have just seen it again. Full stack Conqueror
Hang
the
on,
stand,
Vayne,
trying to
Vayne, the
proc
Vayne
after
pickle, the
another,
Vayne pickle.
stays
Auto attack.
alive, and the bot lane's all in at the same time.
So Jed procs another silver.
Hang on.
Incredibly low, even through.
Yeah,
the
you know
barrier.
what?
Has
This
to
ain't
condemn
even
the
a
wall.
rivalry.
Has the
We
lethal
kicked.
double stack.
Oh
He
my
flashes
god, the
in.
double
Great
flash was
back
crazy.
From Rahel, or he would have been dead to rights. Lions wanted the kill. Rahel equal to the task still.
This ain't a rivalry.
Good
We
job
kick
by
their ass
DSG
every
being
time.
able to get this aggressive move because they were actually down quite a bit in farm,
They
especially
still
once this
might
wave
wanna
is
dive.
gone.
There's no barrier,
They're
no
gonna try to
flash
look
on
for it. He
Rahel.
has the angle for the condemn.
Oh my god.
Gets the kill.
Oh
in the
my
2v2,
god.
And now Hui's in a lot
Oh.
of trouble as well. It's a double for the Vayne. You lose to Alistar. Who cares? 4-1 in a 1K lead at 4 minutes for DSG.
Great time to show off my new room.
Jed Vayne
This is
gets
my
the
coffee
2v2
poster.
double kill. What
This is
I
where I
love
keep my
about
toast.
these
There's the
teams
Red
in
Bull
DSG
fridge. I
is
got a
they
little
are
sign
not
with the
afraid
disguised
to
toast on
hands
it.
check.
There's an
Look at
overhang.
the
We got a little
gusto
basket with a
of this
croissant.
right
We
here.
got a piece of toast over
Flashing
here.
in for the
There's a
Q
croissant
through
over
out of
there
Dark
as
Wings, and
well.
that's after
We got
Calmy had already taken
cappuccino.
the
We got
aggressive
some
trade.
plants
And then,
too.
even though Impact is first, they just continue fighting. Nobody abandons the fight. Calmy stays close. Castle burns him down. Triumph proc comes in from Kryra, gets the passive heal from the Zin, and ends up picking up the second kill.
We're back to live.
Wait,
Kryra
more
here
fighting?
Again. Smolder's gonna get
Auto attack.
knocked up and might just
Auto
be
attack.
getting knocked down.
W.
Kryra grabs a kill. As
Guys,
Dark
if
Wings
we
will
lose
fall.
this,
he escaped in the last fight. Won't
I'm
be so
disbanding
lucky this
DSG.
time, and now The wheels feel like
if we lose this,
for Sentinels.
They really do. Losing control of both rivers.
Not just DSG. I'm quitting everything.
They're all sitting at full health in the bot lane.
I mean, one of the craziest parts about this 2v2 kill is you're now down 4 sums on the side of Sentinels. And you didn't even get a single summoner off of the Vayne here as they're going to re-engage here on a Huhi, and Huhi is incredibly low, does get back to the tower. In comes Hambach, but they know they cannot really look for an aggressive play, and the wave is being frozen on them, so even though they are down quite a bit of CS, Sajet is trying to hold this wave and make things very difficult.
Wait, hang on. So Vayne's weakness is the early game, right? So if you win the early game, Vayne has no weakness. So why don't people just win the early game? Slice, stab. Come on, call me. Give him the Korea. Give him the Korea. Oh, slice, auto attack, cut, slice.
Looking for a play on the bot side as Call Me claims a solo bolo in the counter matchup in the mid lane.
And this is why DSG picked Yone blind. Because they were confident that whatever Darkwings throws against him, he's going to be able to perform. Got a huge amount of help from that top scuttle
Sentinels.
fight, but knowing that
Sentinels, hey,
down
drag the game out a little bit. I need to farm some ads. I need to make some money back on DSG. Everyone get your DSG jersey now. Hop on. Links in the title. Get on the train. We accept all bandwagon fans. Even the 5 remaining Sentinel fans after 10's left will welcome you guys too.
If you get ahead, you're constantly chunking out this Yone, putting him back to base over and over and over. When you get this gold injection, you have early attacks,
we'll take it.
early vamps after.
Everyone's welcome.
You can't really punish him anymore, and then he's the one threatening you for all ins, just like he did there.
Oh my God! Castle walked up a step to block. Oh my!
Impact's just gonna get comboed. He's trying to tank it up. Castle is gonna be.
Man, you want to take it? Little. Oh wait, hang on. What happened to my mid? Hold up.
In mid lane though, so Sentinels showing some signs of life. Do get one back.
Yeah. The kill will end up going over to the Vibe, so he's going to need to snowball a little bit. Would have loved to have that go over to Darkwings. Crazy by lines there. He could have killed with the auto, but instead wanted to give the kill to the Rumble with the ultimate. I think the cooldown's low enough that'll end up being effective.
Guys,
DSG.
It's a trap.
Darkwings has made
in the words of Admiral... Lions? Wait. Yo, Lions is kind of clean on the Alistar, no?
And it's going to be easily stopped there by Lions. You shall not pass.
Look at this early game, though. 5 gold leads for the team. Watching the dive one more time.
Oh no. Oh no. Wait, question. Shouldn't he hit the snapback after the Vi all lands?
Lane gank there to get the shutdown gold onto the Yone.
Yep, good kill there on a Darkwings. And a bit frustrated, obviously.
Why doesn't he simply not die there? I don't get it.
The fact that Vi picked it up, you can see he's a little bit frustrated, even though they were able to knock down Call Me. Knows he's not in the easiest spot, and when you fall behind in these kind of matchups, he just constantly is going to threaten the all-in, and you feel scared to walk up for really much of anything. So we'll see if Darkwings can kind of stabilize and just continue trying to scale.
Yeah, sitting at 66 stacks, this lane is definitely not going how he wanted it to. You want to be able to hit those breakpoints really early, start poking, stacking on him for free. Now he's just fearful of the all-in at every single moment.
He really is. So Jed, slight gold lead.
Castle might go with the 1K lead.
But they're not out of the woods just yet. Of course, it is very difficult to play Vayne against teams with a lot of point-and-click CC. Yes, you have the ability to outplay, to pop the final hour, to go invis, and to try to outplay. But when you just get point-and-click vi-ulted into a charm, into a taunt, there's sometimes not much you really can do. So we'll see how he's going to be able to start up these fights, and if his team can kind of create enough chaos where they're the ones engaging, and that gives them the freedom to fight.
Yeah, the weird thing is, though, they really do have to scale it, right? Like the Smolder Yunara, they need a lot of items to end up being effective. And with this Vayne pick, as much as it felt weird, I'm thinking about how Yunara does get advantages on a lot of other carries. It's like when you're level 6 and you're in a 1v1, a lot of times you can just press R and you run the other guy down. I think if Vayne presses final hour at the same time, it's a wash, and maybe even in favor of Vayne. So for the 1v1 and for certain parts of the laning phase, Sajed's going to be quite comfortable, even if the team comp and the team fights.
Oh, I was pulling people?
Yeah,
watch out, there's a vibe. Watch out, there's a vibe.
Famously, one of the weaknesses of Vayne is always the wave clear. You have very little.
Do we see the vibe? Do we spot the vibe?
That can be difficult, but Kryra is here and has not been spotted. Hambach hanging around as well, so potential for a 3v3 to break out. Both supports are now level 6. And Hambach has his ulti back up and available, going to face check Kryra, but they could actually look to turn on him. Kryra going to go for the
kill Rakan.
TP is coming in immediately from Calmy. Smolder cannot stop that TP.
Oh, hang on, wait. We're cheating. 4 beats 3. We have 4 people, they have 3 people.
The second one goes to Kryra, and DSG are up 9-2 at 10 minutes into
DSG is just completely even though
these Sentinel players are terrible. Instead of using 4 players, they use 3 players.
From Kryra, the MasterCard power spike crucial in that
they don't know how numbers work.
For them is dominant. The fact that they have that bot turret just consistently pushed in.
We should do that. Why don't we just do that?
Tells us enough.
We should just always bring 1 more player than the enemy team.
One more time, and just instant commitment on that engage as soon as Kryra was revealed.
Yeah, so Puhi and Rahel completely caught out. No way Smolder. I mean, Smolder's probably pretty happy in the short term. He's like, ooh, the Yone's gone.
Someone keep an eye on what Sentinels is doing. Are they calling? I bet Sentinels is calling my top laner's agent right now. Hello, Castle's agent. Sorry we left you behind.
When you think about a lot of
our apologies. We must have missed you in our poaching efforts. We only got the mid laner and the AD and the support. We forgot about it. Hey, what you doing, man? You got lost in the files.
Will be sent backing up here, but still, Sentinels does have really strong scaling. The question is, can you realistically get there? I mean, you're already down almost 4K, and it's not even 12 minutes.
They really are not. And Kryra plus Sajed can run the game. On top of that, Castle has just one lane the whole series.
Am I taking it too far with the Sentinels flame? So no, right? They still have players. Honestly, it's fair.
Top lane whenever they need to. Calmy can push and roam.
If anything, I feel like I'm being nice.
Make sure they don't overplay and
because I'm a good person.
Like DSG needs to just realize they have a big lead, stack the dragons, and make sure that they are
That's what I'm gonna take away from this is that I'm a good person and I'm the good guy, and I'm actually the victim here. I'm the good guy and the victim and the winner. All of that.
Too late, but right now they're in a perfect position.
Yep, they're in a great spot here as Calmy can't quite find Darkwings with the knockup, so we'll just have to settle for that dragon that they're grabbing. Lions laying a trap there for who he is. Sajed potentially going to look for the engage, has already completed his Kraken's lair.
I hope they don't throw another lead. To throw a 4.2k lead at 12 minutes, it might go down as one of the biggest throw ever. A 4k lead at 12 minutes is not the same as a 4k lead at 30 minutes.
Kind of just doubling down on the extra damage.
This is another amazing series that Sajed is having against Sentinels. His breakout series in the LCS was really the first one he played, which was against Sentinels, having clutch team fights. And I just feel like pulling out the vein in this situation, getting the 2v2 kill, and now having so much.
It was a 10k lead, but was it at 12 minutes?
Just an incredible performance.
I mean, there's definitely been bigger leads. The question is, was there a bigger lead at 12 minutes? I don't think any team was up 10k at 12 minutes. That would be impressive to be up 10k at 12 minutes. I think if you 5-man ran it down on respawn, that might not get you to 10k even.
But as you said earlier, he's just been dominating, impacting the 1v1. That has been the biggest gap, it feels like, in the lanes by far. And,
yeah, 4K is a really big lead at 12.
I mean, every fight, you either just engage on Darkwings or Rahel, Equalizer is on your head, Yone ult is coming through. You know, it's going to be a lot of chaos for these AD carries.
Yeah, and I'd say 4 minutes and 30 seconds into this game, DSG won these advantages, and it's been a lot of execution since then. Because the top lane skirmish, they get a double kill in a 3v3.
Watch Mad Lions. Who are the Mad Lions? Mad Lions are Spanish, right? But they're also from Canada? Because I saw that the whole esports World Cup. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Jesus Christ.
Enough CC to knock down the Yone. Rahel not the one to grab the kill though. Hambach does claim another one for himself.
Yeah, Hambach, you need to make sure you secure the kill. The team needs to secure the kill, but they're getting a little bit unlucky with these kills going.
Yo, how come my lead went from 4K to 3.4K?
I'd say DSG was a little bit sloppy in parts of game 2, so Sentinels is in a similar situation here where they just have to be really creative, make the game as hard as possible, and really just pick off these soul laners. I think it's a little bit difficult to
I don't trust some of these esports orgs.
But Hambach
Half the esports org I know are great, and the other half are bastards. Sentinels being one of the bastards. FlyQuest, one of the good guys. 100 Thieves, one of the bastards. Team Liquid, one of the good guys. Cloud9, bastards.
Do move up towards that top side to grab themselves a Herald.
I got a bastard and a non-bastard list of esports orgs. TSM, bastards. Shopify Rebellion, good guys. Uh-oh.
Yeah, and he is going to be getting
Watch out, call me! This is a woman with a fist! Wait, hang on. Wait, is he going to get out of this? Okay, now all he has to do is dodge this. Oh, nice. How do they fall into this category? Well, you know, I like to think I know things as an esports org owner.
Such a long turn for DSG. What are they going to do with it? Vayne free hitting the turret in mid. Kryra looking to invade jungle camps and lines, just wasting even more time.
That's going to be the first tower of the game, going over to the Vayne, who's going to be able to pick up all of this gold as Kryra even takes away the Gromp. Sentinel sent so many members down there. Calmy's back to full HP. Well, Darkwings has to go back to base. And look at that gold injection there for Sajed, who was already ahead. They're trying to look for
hitting a
more
TP
now
bot?
on this bot side. TP's coming in. Impact is way behind them. But doesn't even matter because
what's
all
going on?
of
Is this a
DSG
dive?
and they're just looking to engage on the other side.
What are we
Impact
doing?
gets pinged out. He's
What are we doing?
He can actually just be
Why is the whole family here? There's
There's
a Galio in a bush.
Why
Why did we TP down
They're
here?
not going to waste their push to go chase him, and they're still trying to keep the pressure up in this bottom lane. Kryra just marking the Vi.
What is happening?
Comes the equalizer, but now comes the
Bro, this oh wait. Wait. My gold castle's here. My gold castle's here. And okay, we'll let that one go with a warning. And we'll miss all we'll let them go with a warning. Hang out. Sajed, he pressed R. Auto attack. Oh, the flashing!
He knocks them down. Even with the taunt from Impact, can't keep their AD carry safe.
Objective bounties are on because this game is beginning to get out of hand. An extremely long and drawn out play in the bottom lane here is likely going to result.
Vayne is good. Why don't we? We've been saving the Vayne pocket pick all this time?
Redeploys. They are absolutely fearless as ale with the way they attack.
Guys, Saget's going to, I don't know, Team Liquid or Cloud9 next year, man. Start saying your goodbyes to him.
Every turn, Kryra is just flying in.
Start saying farewell.
I mean, Lions is flashing over.
Make the thank you Saget post already.
Has TP down to bot, but
Smolder flank.
There's the responding TP. I mean, Sentinels, you gotta give them credit. They're still trying.
He's gonna be playing for Sentinels in 8 months.
Already, and feel like they have numbers at every turn.
Yeah, now that the TP has been matched by Castle, DSG just will naturally start this Drake. They can probably even babysit this wave and pick up the bottom turret. No way Sentinels is matching this play. You can see Unara Vi on the top side of the jungle, just trying to scratch.
Why don't these orgs hire you to build teams instead of poaching them? Yeah, me. I'm the guy building these teams. You're right. They should hire me.
Even though they do have good dive.
Esports orgs, I am available for a GM position.
The follow-up is tough, you know, when so many of these members are so far behind.
If I was to build a new LCS team from Tier 2 talent, top lane, Zamudo, jungle, UG, mid lane, Spyrax, AD, Meech, support, Spica. Boom, there you go. LCS ready team.
And then the biggest thing is just this Vayne being 4-0 has to kind of blow. It's blowing my mind a little bit that Rahel is 2.2 thousand gold down against it.
Kryra hid that whole time. They're going to try to look for
oh god, they're trying to kill my gold castle, but you can't kill him. You can't kill. That is unkillable.
That was a good job by Kryra. He was just kind of dancing in and out of the brush as who he stepped forward to hide that he was around. Doesn't end up amounting to too much, but still a nice play. I feel like Kryra has just been everywhere he needs to be this entire game.
He really has, taking the end of that move.
No! They pressed the R! Oh my god.
Great condemn back onto Huhi, but it just doesn't even
wait,
matter.
Hang on.
Exhausted, charmed, knocked down here. Humbach will survive the final
I mean, he died, but that knockback on the recon dash was kind of sick.
Frustrating for the AD carries, but
another game where Sajak can't do anything as soon as the jungle comes into within a zip code of him.
Backfired your 3-man gank, but finds another pick. Their time is running out, though. 3 minutes and 30 seconds until the soul is going to be
Objective
coming up.
bounties are falling off.
Baron
Wait, that's
being
not good.
up now, so if
I
one
liked
of
it
those
more when the
plays goes
objective bounties
sideways,
were
Yone
on.
Vayne will kill the Baron very quickly. Still a big fan of the way Hombach's played this whole series. I feel like he's found ways to be effective.
If
in
he
all
has
three of
Jack
these games.
Show,
He's
he
just
lives.
really
You
leaning
idiot. Jack Show's a
so
tank item.
sideways this time.
You think Riot Games will design this so that ADs can build tank items and do damage?
Has been fun to watch two of the new junglers this year in the LCS doing well. Kyra, obviously, you know, a young NA jungler here, and has been doing well. I mean, the team was built around him. You know, when I actually talked to DSG, that was the intended.
Oh yes, yes, big ult top, big damage, big damage. If I say big damage, maybe they'll deal big damage. Oh wait, they actually did big damage.
Comes in, and that means there is no recourse for Sentinels. They just have to accept jungler is gone. Yone grabs another kill.
When you're strong and you know it, you just fight.
Baron?
It's a 2v3
We're not even clearing this ward?
now
We're
they
gonna
start
do
off
it.
the Baron knowing
We're gonna
other
slam our
team
dick onto the
has
table
no
and just
smite.
present it to them.
But they're not
Okay.
showing. They are on a ward as well. It just seems so
Smolder's
impossible
bot.
to move into the space.
Yeah, I mean, Smolder's bot. They're not
Oh
even
wait,
gonna try.
they're just
Inara
letting
is
our
no
dick
damage
rest on the
and
table
impact.
without doing
Maybe
anything
can't
about
even
it?
push out the top wave. Is
Okay.
going to be tough. It's going to be pushed back here by Lions, and now the ultimate.
Wait, Lions is kind of clean on the Alistar, right? He hasn't messed up a single WQ, and that is like 97% of being an Alistar player. Can you press W and Q? If you can, congrats.
Just been getting better every single game.
Full power Alistar online.
What DSG did, that whole sequence was just rude. You think you have your Krugs, you don't have your Krugs. We're taking Baron, you think you can get waves? Those are our waves. They are distributing their plentiful resources very efficiently. And
Yeah, maybe we
so
overthought it
They
with
really
the
are.
Pantheon
Remember,
Rise and
if
said,
you don't have your
okay, we're going to
tickets
pull
yet,
off
they're
some
still
team
available for
coordination,
tomorrow's
gank
games. The
rotation,
tailgate is gonna be happening
LCS,
as well.
super
Come get some
LCK
free
strategy.
some free coffee, hang
And
out
turns
with the
out, you know
squad,
what?
buy
Everyone
yourself
win your
some merch,
ones.
and then watch some
Yone
LCS
mid,
as
Vayne
Sentinels,
bot.
maybe
Just
their
win your
last hurrah
ones.
here, double TP towards top.
They
It's just a
sent their
bare
whole
recall.
family
Gas
and
is
then he
already
just
gone.
left.
First game up tomorrow, Team Liquid versus FlyQuest. We need to see if the best scrim team in the LCS cannot look completely average on stage. We need to see if they can pull it off, or if FlyQuest can reverse their
The
trajectory.
thing is, Sentinels
from the
isn't
end
even
of the
paying
lock-in
more
tournament
money
where they
than
lost
DSG.
consecutively to Blabber, and Inspired. So
The only
really
upside to
interesting
Sentinels
first
is
matchup
that they don't have to
tomorrow,
play in relegation.
as DSG is really just
He was like, bro,
dot
I
their
gotta
I's,
take
cross
my
their T's,
girlfriend
and
to
trying to end this
Cancun.
series.
I can't be staying a month after the season end to play in
That looks
relegation.
like DSG, they are fully in the driver's seat on this one. 30 seconds until a soul spawn.
I'm losing my players because of
23
relegation
soul,
right now.
Incredibly fast, and it's hard to imagine a world in which Sentinels can
Not-
even
no,
get over
man.
to try to contest.
I was
You're
like,
looking across the
okay,
board, the
friends, I'm gonna
competition's
miss you
so
guys. I
much
hope you
better
guys are
for
getting
on the
hella
side of
money at
DSG.
Sentinels. They're like,
Buttons
I
has
don't know if
knocked
we're
down
getting
a couple
hella
of
money.
towers, has got some objective bounties, you know, on the bot side. He got one on the top side as well.
Just
So
get
getting some gold
our
there
vacation
for
time
the
back.
Smolder, and we'll see if he has his second item completion off the back of that. But even if he does, I just don't know. I mean, Call Me, Kryra, Castle, and Sajet are all super farmed.
Yeah, and we haven't even really had an opportunity to see a team fight. I'd say every
Isn't
fight
Huki
in
married?
this
I don't know.
game
You
has just
think I
been a
keep up with the
skirmish.
personal lives
Part
of
of
our
that is because the
players?
lanes
I
have
just
been
call them
so
player 1,
well
player 2,
played,
player 3,
because
player 4,
Kryra
and
has
player
just
5.
been really effective at getting deep vision, and they're finding so many opportunities to play around.
Good
this
job,
zone,
player
right?
2.
It's tricky when everyone's having
Good
these
Dragon
amazing
Secure.
games. Their kill participations are going to look low. Like
Free soul guy.
wow,
Sentinels,
this 7 kill participation of 12 jungler.
they don't
could
actually
you be more
care
involved?
about
It's just
winning.
because so many players are just winning 2v2.
They're just at
1v1s on
Sentinels
different
to
parts.
have a chance to meet Ben Affleck.
True.
And
It's definitely
Tens.
a first world problem for the jungler.
They're like,
I
oh
just
my
looked
god, my
at
favorite
FAV,
Valorant
he's
player
on
is
my
Tens,
solo lane,
and
he's
he's on
solo killing.
Sentinels.
My stats are too low.
It's so problematic. As DSG have the Baron, have the Soul, it was uncontested as expected.
They don't actually
Sentinels
care
just gotta
about League
pray
of
that
Legends
the game can
games.
get delayed and delayed and delayed, and that maybe this double 80 carry comp can carry through in the super late game. But at this point, you're hoping that this game can go 20, 30 more minutes to really kind of reach the promised land. And even then,
I mean, it was
hard to know if it's going to be enough.
It was such a fast Soul, it would set us up for a sub 30-minute Elder. Yeah, if that's what DSG wants. So they've done a very good job
DSG players
accelerating this
making me.
game, not letting the
My
Dragons sit
first,
around for too long.
my first team I
It
had
does
in
seem like, though,
NACL. Those
that
guys were really
with
excited to
Baron
meet
buffs
Scar.
subsiding,
They all
and
asked for
with
pictures.
Sentinels
Oh my
kind
god,
of
Scar!
accepting
Can
their
I get a
fate here,
pick?
now Smolder can finally farm. He's at 235, so he got into that 225 threshold. They can maybe hope to contest Elder, but I doubt it.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely try. You know, I think it's worth a shot, and at least the Baron is kind of split on the spawn timer from the Elder, but they could delay.
Scar is the GOAT of League of Legends.
If you get both at once,
like normally, like me or Pokimane or Michael Reeves, we get fans walking out like day to day. But at a LCS event, at any League of Legends events, and we're walking with the Dawn, bro is getting stopped every step. But the thing is, he has his boundaries because he knows he has to like walk with the group. So he'll say, "No, I can't take a picture." You know, we were like, "Damn, Scar, that's kind of cold. You're kind of tough."
That's the thing that's been the most effective in this game.
And I just know that fan's gonna go home and say, "Scar's an asshole. Never meet your heroes."
At repelling it. So 7,000 gold lead with the Chemtech Soul. How can we caster curse this moment a little bit more? Because this really does feel like it's done and dusted for DSG.
Yeah, I mean,
but they haven't even broken an inhibitor yet, and they're all short range. So there's a way you mess this up. If they walk in,
5-man quickness from Huhi into the 5-man Galio taunt.
Yunara does a lot of AoE. Smolder can as well.
It's basically that. It's the Dream Engage, right?
Yeah.
If you don't see him and you clump up and you get hit by everything, you definitely can still die. You definitely can still get burst down. On the front line, though,
if we throw a 7K lead, I'm gonna hold a public execution.
Still has that Seeker's active. You have a shield bow for Call Me. You have the experimental hex plate that's going to make you a little bit tankier on the Vayne.
And you know what?
Barrier plus the locket, so
I think I would be found not guilty. The judge is going to look at this game and like, yeah, I get it. I get it. You are legally allowed to execute 2 players.
And even though this game is one-sided, these teams are still incredibly close. We know they've played each other 11 times this year.
Korean barbecue tonight? I don't know if the players deserve to get Korean barbecue for beating some bums.
They played each other in the playoffs. That was the difference between.
Does Michael Jordan celebrate beating the New York Pelicans? Does LeBron James celebrate beating the Florida Rockets? Does Lionel Messi celebrate beating Cristiano Ronaldo? No, because he knows he's the GOAT and he doesn't need to celebrate.
Everyone else can actually beat everyone else. So really looking forward to seeing those matchups throughout the rest of the split.
Yeah, me too. And honestly, even TL obviously looked very beatable in the regular season. Yes, they have a lot of talent. They have an incredible amount of talent on the team. You know, every pro player you talk to.
MJ is the GOAT over LeBron James. Hell no. Hell no. LeBron James
until you do it on stage, you kind of have to
is a generation. Like, look, it goes LBJ and MJ.
It counts in
okay?
but not in our
it's not even rage bait. LeBron James is just a stronger athlete.
Accidental Vayne, so it's funny that they're getting the Vayne coming through against them. That is clearly intentional
on purpose
and clearly very effective. And now with
anyone who thinks Michael, you cannot convince me that. Hang on, we have a big fight. They do have a smolder. This is actually
the Unbreakable. He's down about 30% HP, so likely has to reset.
Yeah, no ult does have his summoner heal, so he's hoping if he finds the right engage, but we know the only thing that can go
LeBron's been in the league for 20 years. Michael Jordan tapped out to play some baseball.
So with the Elder, they can maybe finish.
TP coming back in here from Castle, who does have that Zonia's completed. Look at the damage on the Hawk. He is just getting cooked. And now on the side, you can see Call Me pushing Darkwing's back. It looks like that top lane inhibitor tower is pretty much guaranteed to fall on this wave. Humbok's going back to base to heal up, as is Darkwing. So they're going to have to give up the double inhibitor as Call Me's coming in through that mid lane.
Hang on. Hey, don't end the game yet. Don't end the game yet. My camera's off. My camera's off. I can't put this in the YouTube highlights. I can't. Wait, I need the Sentinel viewers to watch me gloat at them. All 10 Sentinels fans. I need them to look at my face when I pog in delight at the destruction of the League of Legends team they stole from us.
They can't break any of the Nexus turrets, but I think mission
look
here, get the double
at my face.
Potentially reset, but if they can win the game with a re-engage, I'm sure they'd take it.
Likely will just back
Guys, why
off
didn't we
and go for the
wait?
recall.
I don't get it. Why didn't we
Back
win?
in here from Call Me as he spends up his gold once again.
Yeah, right now, if they just start the Elder, the super minions as well as the Elder will sync up fairly well. So Sentinels needs to use this window to try and find a fight.
Oh, Kryra's fighting on the side. But
Oh, yeah. Oh, hey. Who do we got? Vi ulted in to die. That's good.
Hambach does fall. And is going to try to stand and fight.
Call me, maybe. Oh my god, he flashed in. He's actually crazy. I love Korea. Korea, you make great League of Legends player, and you make great music. K-pop Demon Hunter, Lay Seraphim, Espa, good stuff. Faker, Chovy, Call Me, Castle. I love Korea. Korean barbecue, Soon Tofu, Bibimbap, Galbi Gym. W Korea. Good job. Shout out to the boys. Sajed went crazy on the vein. Lions was a rock on Alistair. Kryra had a massive Mundo game. Those are my boys. Yo, hold that L, Sentinels. Write that down. That's a good one. That's actually a good one.
From DSG.
Yo, shout out to the players. GG Sentinel players. We love them. We love the Sentinel players. We just hate the org. My camera's off, bro. I'm getting nocturnal.
And then it just felt like Kryra was everywhere, deflecting the plays that Hambach was looking for.
And it's a really exciting
Go into Tarek's chat to... Oh, wait, is Tarek even watch partying League of Legends?
And they're willing to throw down in a hands check for their mechanics, but then...
Tarek's doing a watch party? Man does not know anything going on. I bet you, bro, his Sentinels contract probably says much watch party League of Legends game. He would rather be playing CSGO, let's be honest.
So I really am happy that this team is fighting so aggressively here in 2026.
We've got an interview here.
Getting paid $5,000 an hour to go,
That's right, I've got an interview with the victorious Castle. Congratulations on the dub, Castle.
Thank you so much,
Before this game, you guys versus Sentinels for this year, you guys were 5-5. You end up taking this one 6-5. It feels like a constant back and forth between them. How does it feel? What do you think?
That's my goat! That's my goat!
And they were a third seed team just last split.
I think we still, I know them. You know, they have, my previous teammates there, I only didn't play with Impact there. I know everyone, so yeah, I know we can win there.
Oh, do you have any stories or yo, I played with these bums. They're trash.
Did just play with last year, because it is just the banter and the conversations, even the content that we see from both DSG and Sentinels about the connection that you have with those guys. Any stories that you want to share off, or just any thoughts about playing with those teammates in the past?
It's just really funny for me. When we came here at the first time for Media Day, and we met Sentinels, but I wasn't really close with my teammates, but I was closer than them. You know, I stay with them. Actually, I stay with them. Together,
oh man, bro is on a heater right now.
Because when you came into the league, you were with IMT, and I remember the conversations when you were with IMT was you were incredibly good in lane and trying to have the team basically connect you to the rest of the map, right? Try and get the lead flowing to the rest of the map. This entire series has been you dominating top lane and then being able to impact the rest of the map. Even in the Mbessa game,
yeah, he's impacting the rest of the map, which is ironic because the guy who's called Impact did not. Sorry, chat. We don't get to win very often, so when we do win, I'm just like a horrible person. I turn into a bad person.
Your goal.
I am not proud of the man I become when we win. And honestly, I'm not proud of the man I become when we lose.
I'm just trying to be better every time. I think I still need something to work on in lane page a lot.
We love a humble king. We love a humble king.
What I got for you is thinking about these teammates, because you've had a year with them, or at least the just last split, but it already feels you guys are clicking. This last game was ridiculous, right? So what is your thought being able to play with these guys? What's special about the teammates that you have right now?
I think we're point is we're a pretty young team. I'm the second oldest team. I was youngest teammate last year, yeah. But I'm the second oldest now. It's really funny to be with them. Yeah.
Wait, who's the craziest zoomer on the team? You have a story about anybody that's a little bit feels like outaged you?
I just
say the name, just cry. It's just so funny.
Hmm.
You guys can see like that moment in our YouTube too, yeah.
Check out the content. Check out the DSG content if you can. Any final shout-outs do you have for the fans that are staying out here for you?
Thank you for like watching us. Also, like it's been 3 years to be in LCS for me here, but like I never had the interview here.
There it is.
Yeah, so like, yeah. I guess finally I got the moment. Yeah.
And there's going to be plenty more to come, I'm sure of it. And of course, to close out
That's
this,
my
we're going to
goal.
send this one straight to the lounge. Congratulations, brother.
Love that guy. Yeah. Love that guy. Love that man. Love that boy.
Thanks a ton, guys.
I do like how there's
You guys
so
are
many,
awesome.
Like, you can see it on their content, obviously, but there's so many hints that, like, he's like, I'll just say it, Kryra.
Hey.
It's the craziest one.
He's funny.
And
What's up?
he is actually our player of the game.
How you doing, bro?
For
I'm doing
game
well.
3.
Dude, that's a
I
sick
feel
jersey.
like in this
I
game,
don't even know what it is.
Super hard, right? Because
Yeah.
Castle did super
that's nice.
well
It
in
is
the
really
top
nice.
lane.
Yeah.
Cryo was great in the jungle. Sajed
It's a
pulling
good
out
day
Zane,
when DSG
which,
wins.
I've waited to see.
He
I
is
remember
7
him
and 1
And it's
on
a
the
better
map.
day
and
when
it's
Sentinels
so
lose
good.
us.
So I'm happy we got it. I am curious to see what the fans thought. I feel like they're going to vote for the Bane.
Oh,
no, okay.
Castle.
So Castle.
Dude, justice for Castle. At least we gave him the interview.
Yeah, okay.
We paid him with the interview. Castle was doing so much work this whole series, though.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like top diff most games, even when they lost.
Yeah.
He definitely had impact's number.
Yeah, and we've talked about how important he is to this team because he gets those lane leads, right? And even talking to Raz about how he's going to translate that to the rest of the map. Let's take a look at all of today's pogs, in case you forgot, because we went all 6 games today, so Isles for
League of Legends LCS won today. Tomorrow we got Overwatch.
It took him so long, it feels like, to get a pog, and then
That one's gonna be a
today
heater as
he was
well.
so good,
That one
and then
happens
also
at
getting it for game 3 in line.
oh 12:30.
Refresh.
A little early.
This is a jungle. We set this up as a jungle.
Damn.
I feel like this
Cryo?
tell the story of how
This guy's just a rookie.
Game 3
He's
in
definitely getting
particular
poached.
was kind of a DSG winning.
Win today
Everywhere.
and win tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for watching.
They blasted.
Hope you guys enjoyed it.
Game
That's gonna do it for
three
me.
was like, oh
I'm
my
off. I'm gonna go
God,
enjoy my
whoa,
weekend.
What are we watching? And then like
Appreciate
you
you
know already.
Please
that
get
they're
the
going to win, and you have to
DSG
wait
jersey
through
before my camera shuts off.
pain watching DSG just pummel Sentinels, but it was.
Don't forget to get your DSG jersey.
I mean, it was also cool. Now they own the overall
So
series.
they won the best
Um,
11.
Yeah, exactly. And we'll see if they meet.
Guess I
each
should
other
raid
again.
someone.
But tomorrow.
Oh yeah, my goat Scar.
In particular, I'm actually, so we have the ultimate grudge match for Dig versus Shopify, but Team Liquid
Yo,
Fly
shout out
is super
Scara.
interesting to me because it felt like Fly.
When you guys
to
get there,
me,
type
was a bit
hashtag
ahead of
DSG win.
schedule, and then they kind of didn't perform as well or had to
They
run
got
up
blasted by
against
Cloud9.
C9.
Yeah, so multiple times.